up? It is me, L Teddy 27, and I am back for you. It is me, L Teddy 27, and I am back for you. It is me, L Teddy 27, and I am back for you. Notice I said y'all's girl, because I was never a Monique fan. She's a gold digging ass hussy. That's what she is. That's what she was. Y'all ain't believe it when her best friend came out a couple years ago and told this story about how these whores used to go to the clubs trying to land them a star athlete so they could get paid. Y'all thought it was a game. She's only here for the money. She's only self-serving. She's a gold digging ass hussy. Is. If I could, Sheree, maybe if you showed us more of this part of you inside of you, you might be likable. But then eventually your true self is going to come out. So, I mean, hell, Satan used to be Lucifer at one point. And Lucifer was, the highest ranking angel in heaven at one point. So, wasn't Lucifer the morning star at one point? Whatever. Satan was Lucifer at one point. Anyway.
My old her in the bathroom, bitch. My old her. My old sister, bitch. My old sister. My old sister. She shouldn't have been talking that shit. Let them hoes up in the bathroom. But I do eat that bitch. They get you, sister. They are getting you, sister. They getting you, sister. They are getting you, sister. They are wearing you low. They are wearing you low, sister. They are wearing you low, sister. They getting you, sister. Don't bring back this. They wearing you low. Don't bring back there. Just run. Just run, girl. Just run, sister. Just run, daddy.
Mia over to get the record straight about Coochie Gate. And Coochie Gate, we found out it was Mia who wanted Wendy's cooch and not the other way around. I don't care. It's too much labias flying around everywhere. That's not my zhuzh. That's not my thing. Just too much vulvas, labias, all of this. Too much going on. Moving on. You do realize that you are gay. Like, ma'am, Skittles and pixie dust sprinkled out of my fucking computer screen when you came on the motherfucking screen the way you pranced out there. Girl, you are not the bastion of masculinity. Girl, do you see yourself? You are the epitome of taste the fucking rainbow. Hold on. Where do y'all find these? Marquette, what about fuck you found this whore? Because she's over here making it a problem to hang around gay people. And you are as gay as they come, sweetheart. Nothing about you screams heterosexuality. Girl, he's on his, I just got saved 2 seconds ago, so now I'm delivered. Lord. He's saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, somebody burning fire. You know the girls, they get saved. They just, can I just give you a clue? These girls get saved, and they just switch from having sex with everybody at the club, with having sex with everybody in the deacon board, or having sex with all of the musicians at the church, or having sex with all of the with half the tenants in the choir stand. I'm just saying, that's just how these things work. You go from anyway, real girls do real things. Hello. Welcome to Silly Saturday. It's Saturday. It's time to be silly. We have a phenomenal show waiting for you. We have a phenomenal show. Last week we had an equally phenomenal show. This week may be even better than last week. I mean, I foresee good things here. I think we may be able to top last week, which was an epic show. We had an epic show last week, and we may surpass that this week. I'm excited about what we have in store for you today. Go ahead and hit the like button on your way in, share the video out, do all of the things so that we can let the algorithm know that, we're here. Do all of the things, okay? All of the things. Let me say hey to y'all as you come in. Hey, Tracy W. And Grown Woman Don't Try Me. Crazy Homebody Girl. Listening in the background and singing in the background. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Green Girl. Hey, Quake. I feel like I ain't seen you in a while, Quake. Quake, is you going to come down and hang out with us when we come to Houston? I know you up in Austin, but we're going to be in Houston in a couple weeks. You should come down and hang out with us for a little bit. Quake, I'm gonna be there. Really, be gonna be there. Abby, all of the people gonna be there. For the awards and stuff. You should come hang out with us, Quake. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Sherry Watson. Hey, Serenity. There go my girl. Hey, Demetria Boo. What's going on? What's going on? Ciao. Hey, Karen. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I think you should come down. I would love to hang out with you. You could come down and hang out with us and we could have a good time. We're a great time. A great time, Quake. I would really love for you to come down and hang out with us while we're in the great state of Texas, or as y'all call it, the country of Texas. They get real upset if you don't call it the country of Texas. Okay. Hey, little baby. Hey, Tracy C. And of course, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. I'll probably do a Mother's Day live tomorrow. It won't be long, but I'll probably do a short Mother's Day live tomorrow. Um, just to say happy Mother's Day to all you ladies, cause y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all. Do. Hey, butterfly. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at her. Look at her. Looking for any reason to take a shot. I'm surprised you didn't go on the cruise, Tracy. I got too much going on this month and this summer. I'm only gonna take a birthday shot if everybody else say they want one. Now, if you could convince everybody else that we need a Mother's Day shot, I should say, then I'll do one. If the rest of the people say that they want one, then we could do one. But we have, like I said, I think we have a phenomenal show for you all today. Hey, Emily B, what's going on? Listen, and I didn't think we could do better than last week. Last week's Silly Saturday was one for the books. If you missed last week's Silly Saturday, you missed a good one. And this one, stands to be equally as good, if not better. And here goes Serenity. Ain't help. Now I got to take a shot because Serenity done said take a Mother's Day shot. All right, we going to take a Mother's Day shot for all of the mothers out there. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Since I'm drinking coffee, I'm drinking that. Y'all see, listen. I feel like the more I pour of this freaking salted caramel, it's like the two fish and five loaves of bread that Jesus fed the 5,000 with. I feel like that's what this is because it won't go away. Like every time I think, okay, this is the last corner, I look up and it's more in here. It never ends. Like I've been drinking on this bottle since God was a child. And I feel like this bottle is never ending. God be with me. Lord. All right. We got our shot. If Texas wants to secede to be their own country, we might be better off as a nation. Well, then there's that. Gray girl. Then there's that. I wish it looks like they having a great time. It does look like they're having a good time. Yeah, I got a toast to the mothers out there. Y'all know I love y'all. Hey, Janae. Y'all know I love the mothers out there. Listen. So, I do have an update. Let's take the shot first. And then well no, let me do my update and then I'll take the shot. Give people a chance to come in and taste in case some people want to come in. And they might want to take the shot. That'll give y'all a chance to get y'all shot ready. Because I ain't gonna be the only one taking a shot. Let's be clear. I'm not gonna be the only one taking a shot. So we the dude came over. We got to give him a nickname, y'all. We have to give him a nickname. I don't know what we gonna call him. I'm gonna come up with something. We got to give him a nickname. So he came over and we talked. And so I was like, that's kind of a big step. I talked with him about, he said he wanted me to come over there one time when his son is coming home. And I think his son, is it this week? I think his son comes home next week. I think it's next weekend his son comes home. Um, and so um, he was like, "Yeah, I want you to be over there one, you know, because he said, now this was almost a red flag, but he was like, because I I see good things for us. I'm gonna claim what I think. I'm gonna get. I was like, okay, mm, mm. I said, okay. I don't like people trying to project things on me, even though I do like him, and I do foresee it going somewhere. So, but I told him, I said, I don't mind, but I don't want it to be. I told him I'd rather it be like a casual thing. I don't want it to be like this big setup, like, oh, meet. Let me let you all meet and have this big, but no, just something casual, and things like that. Um, so yeah. I told him, I said, I'd rather wait until the son has been home for a while. Um, and so, yeah, so we'll see. But I told him I'm not opposed to it. I said, I just, I don't want it to be something big and formal. I just would like it to just be real casual, where I just, maybe I'll come over or something like that, or, But anyway, I'm going over his house today. So I'm gonna go over his house and today. I told him I'm gonna just spend the night. Um, because he was like, well, he's supposed to go to church. He's in a fraternity as well, right? So, child, he's an alpha. God bless his heart. Anyway, um, but his fraternity is going to a church in town where the pastor, excuse me, is in his chapter, and they're gonna be passing out flowers to all of the mothers at the church. So he said, I got to go to the church service tomorrow to pass out the flowers to the ladies at church. So I said, okay, no problem. I'll stay over the night, and then when you go to church, I'll come on home, and we'll go from there. It's not his church. He don't even really go to church like that. He just going because his chapter, his for alphas, is going to pass out flowers and stuff. So, um, child, child, you could only imagine, Quake, the arguments we get into, child. My baby got me two gifts only to ask me. Baby, that's our niece. Our niece said, here you go, Mom. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. By the way, I need somebody to go out with my friend. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, we ready to take our shot. All right. I love it. So that's our update. So I'm not gonna stay. I told him, I said, I wanted to stay over, spend a little more time. He was like, you could come to church and then come to the and then you could come, we could leave. You could bring church clothes and you can come to church with me, and then after we leave from church, we could go get something to eat and hang out at the house. I said, I ain't doing all that. Child. Girl. Girl. Anyway. Um be cooking brunch and dinner for me, child. I ain't going out to eat nowhere tomorrow. Like, a friend of mine wanted to go out to eat tomorrow. I say, you don't know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Every restaurant in America is gonna be packed. I ain't going nowhere tomorrow. Nowhere. Mm-mm. Not tomorrow. No, no God. Mm-mm. No God. Anyway, let's take this. Oh, that shot look kind of full. Dear God. Y'all trying to get me drunk. I got a whole show to do. Y'all trying to get me drunk. All right, how we say it? Up to it, down to it, whatever they say. We just do it. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. Salute to you all. I love y'all. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, Jay Parrish. Jay Parrish, I be seeing you a lot. I be in the bushes down to the beef sector in certain channels, right? So I be seeing you in the chats. I be wanting to say hi, Jay Parrish. I really do. I really be wanting to say hi to you, but I don't come out the bushes in the beef sector no more. Mm-mm. I don't come out the bushes down to the beef sector. I stay in the clouds, baby. Listen, I don't have that type of time because I would hate to have to drag one of these people, and I'm not gonna let them drag me back into the beef sector. Oh, yesterday was your birthday. Well, happy belated birthday, Jay Parrish. That shot was for you too. Yes, that was for Jay Parrish's birthday too. So that was for all of the mothers and for Jay Parrish's birthday. I know that's right, Jay Parrish. How old you turned? 22? I'm so proud of you, Jay Parrish, turning 22. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Anyway, but yes. But yeah, I be seeing Jay Parrish. She be in the chats and stuff. And I be wanting to say, hey Jay Parrish. But that's the beef sector. I don't come out the clouds. I stay in the clouds or in the bushes. And I be like, I be saying hey in my head to you. Child. Child. We gonna give you 22, Jay Parrish. I know you gonna let us give you 22. Okay. Child. Anyway, well, happy birthday. I hope you had a phenomenal day yesterday. All right, y'all. Listen, we're not gonna wait no longer. We're not gonna lay around and wait for all of these people. We got a whole show to do today. Do do. We have a whole show to do today. Okay. I worked real hard to produce this show for y'all. Y'all know. Listen. Can I get some kudos, y'all? Can I get a few kudos? I have been here faithfully for the last 2 weeks. I have not been out of town. If y'all notice, y'all have been getting shows every day except for Sunday because, Sunday is our rest day. But I've been giving y'all quality programming. I have not been out of town. I told y'all my schedule is a lot more freer. And I have been here giving you all quality programming for the last 2+ weeks with no breaks. Okay. I'm a whole one man show, Gabby. Hey, Montrez, what's good, bro? Montrez, we got a real good week for this day of music. We got a real good week, Montrez. Do you hear me? A real good one. Anyway, well, I've been at home giving y'all quality programming. Quality. I'm here for y'all, okay? I'm here for y'all. Love. Now, what we got to work on is we got to build. We're gonna start working on building the platform so we can build some subscribers and get more people to come over here in our little community of people. Get more people to come and see all of the great work we've been doing over here. You was at work last Saturday. Ooh, Montrez, we had a good time last Saturday too. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I'll be here all week this week coming up. Hello. Hey, 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 hey. I'll be here all this week. All this week I'll be here. Will? I'm just saying. Right. It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a pimp. Girl. Lord. All right, y'all. Put a Shondo in the chat. Let me know y'all ready to get this party started. We have a great show for y'all today. Go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat because we finna make it do what it do. like only we can. Do what you're doing when you're doing. That's what we gonna do. Gonna make it do what it do. Okay? We gonna make it do what it do. Cha. Let me get this good dossier up so we can be ready to go. Cha. Ooh, Lord. Anyway, but yes, it's gonna be I feel another epic show in store for us. Another epic show in store for us. All right. Uh, hey, Ty, you better listen. You said wow when we bring our ass up there to New York. Okay, Ty, you want me to drop? I could drop the link for you. You could come up here right now, Ty. You want? Here's the link, Ty. Since you complaining, come up here now. Go ahead. I bet you, I did. I bet you won't hit this link. Since you saying all of that, see, watch this. I bet you won't hit that link. I bet you won't hit the link. Just saying. Did y'all say happy birthday to Jay Parrish? Since we celebrating Jay Parrish. We are. We absolutely are. We is celebrating Jay Parrish today. Okay. Now y'all see all that noise Ty talking. He ain't gonna hit the link. Talk about hello, beautiful people of Earth. You talking see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But he talking all this noise and won't hit the link. Child. Child. Well, that's cool. I hope your mom likes it. You know, Mother's Day gifts. I know what my mama want. You know what my mama just want money. And so instead of sending her the money, I just paid her phone bill off for the rest of the year. It's only like she got my mama phone bill is $20. $20. She don't need all of that. So her phone bill is $20. She has a Metro PCS. She don't need all of the fancy stuff. I just paid off her phone bill for the rest of the year. That's all, and she's gonna be happy with that. Ciao. You went to see Patty, Gladys, Stephanie, and Shock. Oh, child. Oh, I know that was a great concert. Child. Oh, that sounds like a good concert. Jay Parrish. I forgot. The Queens were having their concert. Oh, that sounds like a good concert. Now the question is, she got a Metro PCS Arrow. She got like a basic phone, you know, a Metro PCS. She don't need all of that, honey. Was Shaka at the right level, equilibrium with whatever illicit liquor or drug that she taking? You can't have Shaka completely sober, and you can't have her completely inside the giraffe's coochie. You got to have the right equilibrium. If you get her at that right equilibrium for Shaka, baby, Shaka gonna sing the house down. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. That's my mama got Metro PCS. It's $20 a month. And it's a Metro PCS like right by the Publix. It's a Publix on the corner of my block. So I'm right by the Publix. It's a Metro PCS. So I just went in there. How much for the rest of the year? I think it was like, how much was it? It was like 100 and it was less than $200. I know that. I think it was like $160 or something like that. 150, $160. It wasn't that much. So I just paid it off for the rest of the year. Just go ahead and pay for the rest of the year. Child. Child, don't we all wish we could have went to that concert, child? Cause I loves me some Stephanie, do. I loves me some Shaka, and I love Gladys. My song is "Love Overboard" by Gladys. Love overboard, love overboard. Myself. Love overboard, love overboard. Sure can't help myself. Love overboard. Doing what to do. Love overboard. Showing love with you. I love that song, but my song is Neither One of Us. All Gladys got to do is go out there and sing Neither One of Us, and that's all I need. You can send me on the glory. That's all I need is Neither One of Us. $120 for baby. I don't pay that much. Mm-mm. My phone bill is $40 a month. My phone bill. I'm sorry, $43 a month. I have Xfinity, and so I get my internet and phone bill on the same bill. I pay $100. I got the unlimited plan for my phone. My internet is the highest internet speed. I pay $100 a month. Hmm. Gladys do have a good end of the road melody. She do. She do. She do. Hey, Lock Queen. I wish I would pay that much money. And my phone is unlimited. And now I just found out, you know how most phone companies, even though they say it's unlimited after you go over a certain amount of gigs a month, it's still unlimited, but they slow it down. They told me, yeah, we stopped the slow down situation. Like you get the same speed, no matter how much you use. So it's no more slow down. Beautiful, great. Still $43 a month. Mm-hmm. Cha. Okay. Yeah, child. I'm paying $100 a month for phone and internet, baby. I'm not playing them games. Anyway, y'all ready? I think we ready. I told y'all we have a phenomenal show today. Great show today. I hope y'all enjoy. Okay, please, if you're new here, the only thing that I ask is that you, of course, hit the like button, but be active in the comment section. I noticed a lot of people they'll say hey, and then we'll hear from them no more in the chat. I like when y'all are very active in the comment section because y'all are the show. I'm just the sideshow. I'm just a curator here, okay? I just, make sure everything is, put together and, I move the show along, but the show is really the comment section. Y'all make the show. So certainly I ask that you all y'all do what y'all do. I ain't even got to be telling y'all this. Do what y'all do, which is be very active in the comments. So that's it. I'm not gonna have a sugar spike today. At least I don't think I am. Now, I never planned sugar spikes. I never planned to have a sugar spike. I'll say that, Gabby. They just happen organically. I don't think y'all come here for y'all for. I don't think y'all come here for me to spike out. I think y'all come here for me to just facilitate a good show. Hey, Miss Shorty B. You say Shaka sang last night? Okay. That means she had that right equilibrium. She says she's either 81 or 84. Patty don't even. When you get that old, you don't even know. Baby, I'm 80 something. I don't know, honey. You know, Ty in his 80s. Ty look good for his 80s too. He in his 80s. Let me take that back. Let me not lie on him. He turns 80 in July. He does. He turns 80 in July. Let me take that back. I'm not gonna give my good friend Ty no years. Ty turns 80 in July. I'm just saying. Child. You got work in 20 minutes. All right, well, we'll be here. Hey, Antonia. What's going on? All right, it's time to get the party started, y'all. We ready. What? You mad because I told the people the truth? I didn't mean to tell the people the truth, but I don't like to lie to the people. Ty, I know you told me not to tell the people. I was supposed to keep your secret, you know, but I can't keep lying to my people, Ty. Just come clean, Ty, and tell the people we could be honest with them. They accept people who are in their 80s. I mean, it's okay that you're gonna be 80 in July. It's okay. We still love you. Just saying. Yeah. It's perfectly fine. Some of us trying to get to 80. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They don't need to know about that sixth toe. You're supposed to take that secret to the grave, Ty. Me and my 6 toes, you're supposed to take that to the grave. Terrence, what's good, bro? You see what I'm dealing with. Telling all my secrets. The people weren't supposed to know I got a 6 toe on my right foot. Child. Come on, Stephanie. Y'all see Jay Parrish over here trying to make us jealous because for her for the birthday, Jay Parrish went to see the Queens. Mm-hmm. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get this party started, y'all. All right, y'all ready? Hey, Spicy Original. You know it ain't a silly Saturday till we see you in here, Spicy Original. For all of those people who always ask, I have to remind the people, Spicy Original is the person who came up with the term palate cleansers. That came from Spicy Original. Did she invented that term? I can't take credit for it. It was Spicy Original who came up with that. So we always feel better when she's here for a silly Saturday. All right, it's time for my favorite segment. Oh yes, it's time for the hashtag ABCs.
ABC. A bitch can't. A bitch can't get a hit. A bitch can't get on the charts. A bitch can't get a Grammy. A bitch just can't.
A bitch just came. Just saying. Don't we? Yeah, for those new here, our hashtag ABC segment is for stories and headlines. We saw the headline, and from the headline alone, we knew we did not have the temerity, the bandwidth, the wherewithal. We didn't have it to do. We didn't want to know what was behind that headline. The headline alone was enough. We didn't have it to do, and so we have to sweep it along and tell the people to go with God.
Go with God.
Go with God, Crispy.
Let's see what our hashtag ABC segment has for us today. Jeez. The fact that this is a whole headline, and it's probably true. The fact that this is a whole headline and it's probably true is the problem. Chris Brown can't be canceled regardless of your outrage. I the reason I didn't have it to do is because of the accuracy. Because we know our people ain't shit. I'm gonna just speak for the Rainbow Coalition compound. These girls down to the Rainbow Coalition compound, as long as they see a little cute specimen that they want to crack their back, they ain't gonna cancel them. I'm just telling you what I know. And the man ain't shit and should have been canceled years ago. But we got people, male and female, that refuse to cancel him, I guess. I mean, Christopher Maurice is a pariah. Yeah, he don't like dark skin. He don't like dark skin women. He don't. He don't. He don't like nothing dark skin. Like he don't exist in my world either, Harold. But you know how these girls are. You know how the girls are about Christopher Maurice and stuff, Harold. You know how it is in the Rainbow Coalition compound, the G corridor of the Rainbow Coalition compound. I'm just saying, but they gonna be them. It's a lot of people still listen to Aura. Do not R Kelly, but Aura, like the old people say, Aura. Yeah. But they're gonna be right there, falling all over themselves to down to the concert. Y'all see how Ty still ain't came in. I'm gonna drop the link again. Ty talked all of that noise in the chat. He done had 20 minutes to go put some clothes on and all of that stuff and come up here. And you notice he ain't came up here because he over there wanting to be. He just wanted something to talk about in the chat. We still love him though. There's a 50-track album. Oh man. Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. I mean, he has too many cases of him either committing domestic violence or assaulting people. Remember, he had that whole situation where he assaulted. What was that? One in Frank Ocean or somebody? He assaulted down to the studio and stuff. The man is a pariah. Well, now you said that, Demetria. The church show do still sing James Cleveland, and we know James Cleveland was around here assaulting teenage boys all over the place. Was, but they don't want to talk about it. Oh, you got to wash your hair. Oh, child. Oh, it's a lot of people still listening to Aura. Just a mess. Sir, get away from us. Please get away from us, sir, okay? Please get away from us. Sir, go with God.
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
Florida high school teacher, cops find fentanyl and cocaine in backpack, arrested and canned from job. He looked like he high on that picture. Baby, look at his eyes. He look like he's high on something right now. Baby, the man is doing the backstroke inside of the giraffe's fallopian tubes, okay? He is literally doing the backstroke in a giraffe's fallopian tubes. Look at him. I cannot. Bruh is up there braiding the giraffe's pubic hairs. Listen, the man is as high as you can get, honey. Baby, you thought it was. First of all, you can't bring cocaine and fentanyl to no job, much less a school with children. So, but I mean, it would make sense unless it was in my great state of Florida. Of course, this is happening in my great state of Florida. Ciao. Hey, Jason, what's good, bruh? Yes, please hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Ciao. I don't know what county that is. You know, it do sound like Marion County or Polk County, somewhere above Orlando and below I-10. So, you know, Lake City area, Live Oak, or somewhere around there, Palatka, somewhere in that area. Ciao. Ciao. Not he mopping rainwater. They do need to bring back the DARE program. Child, knee deep. Just a mess. Brevard County, yep. That make Brevard County, yep. Yep. You know they real racist over there in Brevard County, honey. Cha. Sarasota. I could see Sarasota. Sarasota, Bradenton area. Over there down in that area, south of Tampa. Sarasota, Bradenton area. I could see that. I could see that, Demetria. I told y'all. See, this is why this in the hashtag ABC segment. I didn't even look to see what area in Florida he was in. I didn't even look because I didn't have it to do. That's why it's in the hashtag ABCs. Not you had a whole blunt when the dear officers came to your class. You know what, Gabby? Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Hey, Paul. What's going on, Paul? Child. How many of y'all had the DARE program when you was in school? You know, I had the DARE program when I was in school. But yeah, how many of y'all had the DARE program when y'all was in school? It's giving Pensacola crackhead. You think he all the way over there in Pensacola? Child. That's going over there, not too far from Little Baby over there. You got to pass Little Baby to get to Pensacola. Child. Child. We had the DARE program. They used to give you the little shirts, the little black shirts with DARE on there. When did they stop the DARE program is the question. You know, I was in the DARE program when they like first started back in the 80s. But they did used to bring them officers to your school. They did. Cham. Lord. You say you ain't smoke or drink back in high school? Well, that's good, Jason. I really didn't. I know I didn't smoke, but I really didn't drink like that either in high school. I'm not saying I hadn't had a drink at all, but I wasn't a drinker like that. That wasn't something that I was gonna do. Probably over there in Perry, Florida. Okay. Perry, Florida, Monticello and stuff. Over there, Jefferson County and stuff. Cha. Sir, you're going to jail. You're gonna be there for a while, okay? We don't care. Get away from us, sir, okay? Please get away from us, sir, okay? Please get away. Sir, go with God.
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
Y'all knew I ain't have time for this one. Pastors pray over massive statue of Donald Trump in Florida. They have a gold 22-foot tall gold statue of this man over in Doral. And they have pastors praying over it. This is why people don't want to go to church no more. These are the pastors that are okay with this man putting AI images of him being Jesus Christ, right? Now y'all praying over 20-foot images, 22-foot statues of him. That's what we're doing? I don't have the energy. I'm not, mm-mm. I don't have the energy. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't have it to do. And y'all wonder why people ain't trying to go to church. Because you bitches ain't shit. But they praying all over it, Terrence. They praying all over it. I don't have it to do. I don't have it to do. These people are gonna burn in hell. But they want to condemn us Rainbow Coalition compound people to hell, and then you have them. Tracy, You notice how silent these bitches was when he had the AI images of him being Jesus Christ, and them bitches was radio silent. Child. I, I, I don't have it to do. This is why this is in the hashtag ABC segment. I don't have it to do. I don't have this type of energy. I don't have the energy. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna make the energy. I don't want the energy that it takes to deal with it. No, I don't. Mm-mm. Nope. These are, but you got pastors and stuff. I ain't gonna even say go with God. Go to hell. And then there's this. Takashi 69. My girlfriend is having an abortion if we ain't having a baby boy. See, oh God. Why? Oh, why? I don't even have the strength to ask why. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't have the strength to even ask why. Mm-mm, mm-mm. The fact that some woman would lay down and allow fecal matter to enter their body is beyond my level of comprehension. Like, I, I don't, Gabby, I don't have it to do. I don't have it to do. Like, I don't have the energy. I don't. Y'all, I just cannot. I cannot. I cannot do this. I can't. I can't do it. Y'all be asking me these questions. This is why we have a hashtag ABC segment because we don't have the energy for this. That's my point. Who's opening their legs and their box to this walking piece of fecal matter? Like, who's doing that? Literally. Who is laying down, said, yeah, it's a good idea to let this fecal matter enter my vagina? I just, I don't have it to do. Mm-mm. I dear God. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Can't do it. Won't do it. Mm-mm. No. He ain't even got that big of a check no more. He ain't making that kind of money. All the money he owns is in that goddamn in them chains he got on. Hey, Miss Rail. Child, we ain't got that far in. We just on the ABC segment. Mm-hmm. Child, he is doing anything to be talked about. Universal God. I mean, baby, listen. Your baby, listen. Sir, I can't even tell you to go with God. Okay, get the fuck away from us. Go away forever. All right, y'all. Let's dive into the dossier. Let's jump head first in. Let's do this good swan dive into the dossier and see what the news is of the day. All right. Cha. Yeah. Let's see what the dossier has in store for us today. All these fucking jump scares. Dear Lord. Jesus. Jesus. Lord. Like, if that ain't a jump scare, Lord, Jesus.
Holy Ghost will tell you, don't wait at the church. You can win it. Come on, mama. Jesus. I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Lord. Jesus. The walking cockroach. Kodak Black is in the news. So, he would, if you recall, he was arrested for drug possession and alleged drug trafficking. Now they let him out of jail this past Thursday after posting $75,000 bond. He was arrested on Wednesday after police say they linked him to some Molly or whatever. You know, they call it MDMA. It's Molly's, okay? Okay, I'm just saying Molly's or whatever. Now, he was in Orlando at the time. According to the court documents, the judge imposed special conditions on his release from jail, requiring him first and foremost to stay away from illegal drugs. The judge also ordered him not to have any contact with his associates or return to the alleged crime scene. He also said that he's not allowed to carry a gun. Now, back in November of 2025, police responded to calls of gunshots on an Orlando street, finding two vehicles and Kodak Black standing near one of the two vehicles, according to the arrest affidavit. The cops searched his vehicles and they discovered a pink bag with Molly in it and $37,000 in it as well. At the time, they didn't arrest Kodak Black, but an official report was generated just last month and showed that the Mollies weighed 25.34 grams, which is well over the trafficking weight of 14 grams. And that's what triggered his arrest this past Wednesday. Why didn't y'all just leave him in jail? You really think that this derelict of society is going to stay away from his friend? Cockroaches are not solitary creatures. They are communal creatures. They need to be around all of their little friends. Haven't you seen the documentary that they did of Kodak Black's family? It was called Joe's Apartment. I know y'all saw that documentary they did of his family called Joe's Apartment. These are not solitary creatures. They are communal creatures. Just go watch the little documentary of his family, Joe's Apartment. They don't hang out by themselves. So you telling him he can't be around his friends and associates and stuff? Baby, just keep him in jail, okay? Just keep him in jail. I mean, he look high right there. He another one. You got dude, the little teacher from Florida, in one fallopian tube doing the backstroke. Fucking Kodak Black is in the other fallopian tube, giraffe's fallopian tube, doing the breaststroke. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. I listen, I don't have no questions for y'all, okay? He's from Pompano. I'm not from Florida. I keep telling you I'm from Miami. Pompano is north of Broward County. So he up there in Pompano, like he's from the area over by Ely High School and stuff like that. He from up in that area, north of Broward County. In Pompano area up there. That's the hood now. That's the hood up there in Pompano. That's where he from. Don't make him from Miami now. He ain't from Miami. Let's be clear. What you talking about, Harold? Hey, Candace F. Child. Child. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. Sir, just go ahead and just prepare to go back to jail because I'm just telling you now, just go back to jail. Like if I didn't like you, I'd be following you around town and take pictures and videos of you being around your friends and associates to send it to the judge just to put you back in jail so you're off the streets. I'm just saying. Charlie, yeah, it's the hood over there. That sounds about right. I'm just saying. These kids don't even know what New Jack City is, okay? They don't know about not getting high on your own supply. They damn sure never heard I am my brother's keepers. They don't know nothing about titties hanging out everywhere, in the room where they putting the drugs together, cutting the drugs and stuff with titties and stuff. They don't know nothing about that. Sir, we've had enough of you on our television screen, okay? I want to say go with God, but I'm afraid you might overdose and do it for real, for real. But we'll still tell you, go with God.
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy. Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
One of Tracy's favorite couples is, so we have an update, Tracy, on one of your favorite couples, okay? We have an update, Tracy. So here's the update. So they started, now we reported on this the other day, right? We reported the other day, I think that was Thursday. We reported on the fact that the woman broke her leg allegedly and then still had enough energy to go and get her back cracked by Tyreek Hill, right? So apparently they started testimony in the trial yesterday. Well, next thing we know, we're hearing about a settlement. Apparently, the two sides reached a settlement yesterday during the second day of testimony in Broward County Circuit Court. Ms. Hall agreed to dismiss her claims of assault and battery. Tyreek agreed to settle her negligence claim for an undisclosed amount. Now, they say he walked out the courtroom and shouted, quote, "I'm going to Disney World," end of quote. I don't know what y'all want from me. I just report the stories. Now, y'all want to take a gander or guess at what was the impetus for this settlement? Mind you, this was not criminal court. This is civil court. Hey, Xavier. Not Brontosaurus. Y'all are so horrible. That's what I'm saying, Terrence. That's a lot of breaking. That's a lot of breaking to break them good. Baby, them ham hocks she got, baby, that's a lot of breaking. I'm just saying. But the point that I'm making is this is civil court. It's not criminal court. So the bar is lowered to get a ruling in your favor. Okay. He probably ain't want to, I saw parts of the testimony. She had started to put on her white woman tears in the testimony and stuff. And he probably said, listen, she's weaponizing herself. She's using her weapon of choice. Let's just run this heifer a few dollars and then call it a day. I think her attorneys also said, this shit ain't gonna go well with you admitting that you had sex with him after your alleged leg got broke. So I think both attorneys told their clients, listen, let's try to settle this shit because this ain't not gonna go well. And that's how it came off. I don't think she got I think she got a few. I don't think she got seven figures. I don't think she got $1 million. She probably got a couple 100,000, but I don't think she got a mil. I don't. Right. This is cereal, people. Cereal. Child. Y'all don't think she got a million. Y'all think she got $1 million? The over under is $1 million. I'm going with the under. I'm saying it went under. I'm not giving her $1 million. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They say she got more than 2 million followers on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So maybe I don't know, Xavier. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad y'all were able to settle this amicably. I'm glad y'all were able to work this out. But we don't have no more time to, we don't give y'all enough time this week. Okay, get away from us. Go with God.
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
So listen, y'all have a seat for a minute. Sit down for a spell. We got to spill the tea. Now, I know some of y'all are not in the Rainbow Coalition compound. And, every now and again, I got to give y'all the insight on some of the stuff that's going on in the Rainbow Coalition compound. Okay? If y'all got a little moment, let's let me let y'all in on some of the tea down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound. Now, most of us in the Rainbow Coalition compound, we've been following this for the last couple of days while this has been going down. Y'all that's not in the compound, y'all probably have no idea what's going on. So let me let me bring you up to speed. So, I'm not doing this with y'all. Ow! So, let me first explain to you what Deviant is. Now, Deviant is a company that puts on these things called Deviant parties. Deviant parties it seems like a regular club night. However, when you go to a Deviant party, you walk in, yes, it's club, alcohol, music, liquors, whatever, sections of whatever. However, you go to the other room, they have the dark rooms where people can go and do what grown people do in the dark room. Fill in the blanks. They have a little station outside where they have lube and condoms and whatever you need before you go into the dark room. So you can go ahead, get you a drink, shake it up, drop it low, and then when you feel it, go down into the next room over and go on in there, get it down, pop, lock, and drop it, toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll, and blow out a back, get your back blown out, whatever, come back out, have another drink, and drop it low on the dance floor again. Whatever you want to do. That's a Deviant party. Really big in the compound. Huge following. People love to go to Deviant parties. They just love it. Now, later this month, you have DC Pride going on, okay? DC Pride, DC Black Pride is happening in Washington, D.C. It's one of the biggest prides. I would venture to say the only Black Pride event I can think of, we're talking Black Prides, that's bigger is probably Atlanta. Atlanta Pride during Labor Day is probably the only one that may surpass DC Pride. So DC Pride is Memorial Weekend in DC. I don't count New York Pride because that's for all people, the white people and stuff like that. DC Pride is Black Pride. Atlanta Pride and Labor Day is Black Pride as well. But the one they have in June in New York, even though that may be bigger, that's for white people and stuff like that. Even though black people be there. All right, there's going to be a naturally, as you can imagine, anytime they have a big Black Pride event, there'll be a deviant party. There's going to be a deviant party at Black Pride in DC. Now, now this is where it gets spicy. I'm gonna let you tell this lie, Ty, but I know you. I know where all the bodies are buried. You know, I know you a long time. A long time. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The guy who you see there, the Asian guy right there, he is the owner and founder of Deviant Events, right? So, earlier this week, you know, the girls are, let me put the banner down. The girls started to ask, and they said, this is on X formerly Twitter. Somebody put in X formerly Twitter. Can someone explain to me why Deviant got an Asian boy as a promoter and host of a black gay event? Now the man, I'm sorry. Let me bring you back. I'm sorry. The Asian guy right there, his name is they call him Fredo, but his name is Alfredo Marcelo. Alfredo Marcelo is his name. They call him Fredo, okay? So let me bring you back to that. All right. So let's go back. Um so can someone explain to me why Deviant got an Asian boy as a promoter and host of a black gay event? That's what they wrote, right? Let me make this a little bigger so y'all can see it. Alfredo, or Fredo as they call him, he responds to the tweet and says, let me hop on the chat real quick. Girl, he thought he was about to turn it, honey. Baby mama said, oh, let me gather the girls. Right? He says, let me hop on the chat real quick. Crazy concept. People of different races can support black queer spaces without taking anything away from them. I was invited because I bring value, energy, and community, not because I, quote, check the box, end of quote. Instead of worrying about why I'm there, ask yourself what you've done for your community besides talking shit about a group creating a safe space for everybody. And he said that with his full ass chest. Baby, baby shark, do. Why did mama do that? Let me make this a little bigger so y'all can see it. Because less than 30 minutes later, the girls had done found him and screenshot it. See where it says up here, it says, isn't this from your IG? And they had done screenshotted his IG where he said, quote, broke niggas was out yesterday drinking like a Mexican when they need to be working like one. End of quote. The girl did not waste no time. The girl said, oh, that's what you're doing? Oh, you thought you was gathering the girls? Oh, you thought you was about this life? Baby, it wasn't even a whole hour. I think it was like 30 minutes. And they had to screenshot that. Baby, the girls did. They were here for it at that point. It was blood in the water. There was chum in the water. All of the piranha and sharks came out at that point. And said, I wasn't even going to say anything, but if you know Fredo, then you know he works in and around the community, which makes him part of the community, whether people like it or not. We all know he's not black, and nobody is confused about that. I personally hosted a few of Fredo's events in DC, so I really don't understand why this has turned into such a big discourse. Into such a big discourse. It honestly feels like people just be bored and looking for something to argue about. Then the next person said, wait, so the Asian boy that, I'm sorry, let me make this a little bigger so I can see it. Wait, so the Asian boy that the black DC gays are defending has a BBC fetish alt page? Well, that explains why he, quote, supports the community, end of quote, so much. Crying fam, it didn't even take 30 minutes for them to find that Asian boy's BBC alt and him talking about broke niggas. Well, baby, I told it wasn't even 30 minutes. So that's the first part of it, right? So then you had his people came out and was still trying to defend him. So another guy that's a friend of his came out and posted this and said, anybody that has something to say about us booking Fredo because he's not black can swallow a dick. The girls proceeded to go in and let have. And just they start more screenshots came out. More the girls started going in after he tried to defend himself. So it got so bad now. Then this came out. Now I'm gonna just I don't care about the don't worry about the side on the left, okay? Don't because that's just telling you more about him. Let's see what he ended up having to post. So Fredo ends up having to post this apology where he says, quote, I want to sincerely apologize to the black community. I recognize that my recent post was offensive, harmful, and irresponsible. Regardless of my intent, I understand that it reinforced harmful stereotypes and contributed to rhetoric that continues to hurt black people. I was wrong and I take full accountability for my actions. I understand why people are hurt, angry, and disappointed in me. After speaking with the promoters and the organizers, I have decided to step down from hosting all Pride Week events in DC. I do not want my actions to distract from the purpose of Pride or take away from the joy and community these events are meant to celebrate. Over the years, many black people have supported me, embraced me, and welcomed me into their spaces and communities. That support should never be taken lightly. This experience has reminded me that being part of a community also comes with a responsibility to listen, learn, and move with greater care and respect. I know an apology alone does not undo the harm caused, but I am committed to learning from this and being a better ally moving forward. Alfredo. Child. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can keep your apology, sir. You can keep all of that fuck shit. Because had the girls not came out, because you remember he jumped into the chat talking about let me hop on this group chat like he was finna turn it, like he was finna gather the girls. And there's always some. Can I talk freely like we might talk in the a Rainbow Coalition compound? I'll do that. It's always one of these punks, one of these gots, as we like to call them in my spaces. We just call them gots now. That's slang that we have over here. That's the latter half of the F bomb. We just say gots now. One of these gots around here, one of these punks, they always love windmilling for these people that are not black. Anytime an issue come up with a non-black person, there is always one of these punks and these gots that's self-soiling, self-hating, that's in the chats windmilling for these bitches. It's always one of these hoes. Child, had they not screenshotted you over there dropping the N-words and calling people Mexicans and all kinds of shit, you would have stood in that chat acting like you was, better than everybody else. And girl, you meant it. You said it. It was there until somebody made everybody else aware of it, because you were never going to erase that. You put the shit on social media with your full chest. It was there for people to screenshot and show you. So don't try to apologize to us now. Oh, You've allowed me in your spaces. That's the problem. You know, the older I get, the more I'm of the belief we need to gatekeep much more than we do. I'm sorry. We don't gatekeep enough. We don't gatekeep enough. Back in the day, when I first started to go out and when I was in my 20s and stuff, there was much more gatekeeping. And it was a different time. You had to gatekeep. The world was a different place. The world was not safe for gay people. So we had to not only gatekeep from we had to gatekeep from people who were not gay and from the heterosexual world that may have come in there to harm somebody that was gay. We also had to gatekeep from people that were not black in our spaces because many a time they didn't mean us no good and they would misappropriate our culture and they would be culture vultures. And we had to gatekeep. And now, you know, nowadays there's just openness, there's tolerance, there's little to no gatekeeping at all. They just let anybody in this space. And a lot of these people, all they're either doing is fetishizing us, stealing our culture, or taking money from us. That's it. That's all. I'm just saying. That's it. That's all. All you want to do, sir, is get a big black dick shoved in some orifice of your body. You want multiple holes of your body filled with blackness. And you want to take black dollars. You can go straight to hell. But the sad part is, here's the sad part. The sad part is, now he said that he's canceling his events for the weekend. However, that don't mean he's not gonna have other events all around. He have a deviant party down here in Atlanta at least once every 6 weeks or so. I know at least once every 6 weeks or so it's a deviant party down here, and the girls will still go. Exactly. If he had just shut the fuck up, but Mama thought she was for to gather the girls. Mama had said, "Well, let me hop on in the group chat." Oh, really, bitch? Oh, really? Oh, you done got real comfortable. Oh, bitch, you really feeling yourself. All right, bitch, step into the motherfucking octagon. And you stepped your ass into the octagon and got dog walked, got monkey stomped. I don't feel no types of ways about it. I don't feel no ways about it. But these people, they come here, they know one thing, black people as a whole, gay, straight, whatever you identify as, black people gonna spend some money to have a good time. The country is horrible enough. America is a awful, horrible place to black people. So anytime we get a chance to go have a good time, enjoy ourselves, and get away from the fuck shit that is America, we do that and we indulge in that. And we should be our happy black ass selves. But people from other cultures and diasporas, they love to profit off of us. They see something. Oh, the niggas over there. Oh, they spend money over there. Yeah, let me tap into it. And here's what they always do. What they always do is they find them a token. They find them a black friend that ends up being the face. Because what happens is, while he was the one that was really, the CEO head or whatever, he would put the people under him or some of his friends and partners in the business with him out there because they were black and they would be the face of it. And so as black people, we think, oh, okay, we, supporting another black business. There's somebody in it with us. Come to find out, we got somebody over here that's just trying to take all our money. Same story, different day. Mm-hmm. Same story, different day. Same fucking story, different fucking day. And then you got desperate ass, raggedy ass motherfuckers within the G corridor of the Rainbow Coalition compound because as an individual, you've been ostracized, demonized, held back all your life for being one black and two gay at the same time. So you got several things working against you. You looking and clawing for your own way to try to feel like you have one up on somebody. So for a lot of them, having closeness to whiteness, being in the company of whiteness, gives them a leg up and makes them feel better about themselves. And so they're willing to throw all us, those of us in the B wing of the G corridor, those of us in the black wing of the G corridor in the Rainbow Coalition compound, they'll throw all us under the bus to get close to whiteness. Why do you think so many black gay celebrities end up with white men? All their lives they've had to live with the double stigma of being both a black man and then being a gay man. You're exponentially behind the curve, exponentially. So they feel like proximity to whiteness helps them in their odds of, all of these things that you have to fight with your whole life. I'm just saying. Y'all always try to invite these people in. I ain't here for it. I am not here for it. Not at all. You have go ahead and throw you some deviant parties aimed at the Asian culture. Y'all going on over there. Let y'all have a good time over there, okay? hmm I'm guessing it won't measure up. All puns intended. I'm guessing that's why you don't throw a parties aimed at the Asian culture because it doesn't quite measure up. All puns intended. They love to take all the good parts of black culture. They don't want none of the bad parts. They don't want none of the parts of being, you know, the police brutality. They don't want no parts of the blatant racism. They don't want no parts of the negative profiling. They don't want all of the negativity. They don't want, but they want all of the good stuff. They want all your money. They want all that good dick you got. They want all of that good music and culture and fashion and all of the good parts, none of the bad parts. And some of us gladly give it away. Allow these people to take all of the good parts of being black and don't want them to take none of the negative parts. No, I ain't going for it. Anyway, I just wanted to bring y'all up to speed on that because I know if you're not in the Rainbow Coalition compound, you probably didn't know none of that was going on. But that's what's been going on down to the Rainbow Coalition compound the last couple of days. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Child, bitch ain't shit. Sir, get the fuck away from me, okay? Get the fuck away from me, please, sir. Go with God.
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
Child, girl. See what y'all saying. Child. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Child. Having a white friend and being accepted. Well, a very thin line time. Child. And now they're not letting Asians in either. Now they're not letting Asians in either. Fucking mess. Anyway, that's the young rapper guy. who got murdered. His name was Fulio. Yeah, he was a young rapper guy. He was out of Florida. He was in Jacksonville. He was out of Jacksonville, Florida. I'm sorry, Jacksonville, Florida. Now he was killed. What was that? Like a year or two ago? I think it was like 2024. Hmm. He was killed in like 2024, somewhere around there. I know. It was either last year or I think it was in 2024, or it was either in 2024 early last year. But I think it was 2024. I'm almost sure it was 2024 he was killed. Anyway, um, all four suspects in his murder trial were found guilty. Following a month of trial and almost 2 years after the death of Fulio, a jury finally reached a verdict concerning the murder suspects. Yesterday, a Tampa jury convicted Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davion Murphy of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. According to the Tampa Bay Times, the jury deliberated for 8 hours and also convicted Gathright and the Murphys of attempted second-degree murder. This is because they allegedly wounded other individuals during the shooting that took the Jacksonville rapper's life. The jury also reportedly agreed with the prosecutor's accusation that Chance and the Murphys were in a gang, which contextualized the shooting's relation to gang activity. Uh, 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 um, Thank you. Somebody just sent me a cash app. Thank you so much. You know who you are. I don't want to put your name out there. Um, but thank you so much for your cash app. Um, Now this follows the conviction of a fifth murder suspect um, in the case, and her name is Alicia Andrews. And she was convicted on manslaughter charges. Now, Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews, who is his girlfriend, provided um, Fulio's location to the other three. Now, the other three was Sean Gathright and the Murphy brothers. So, Mr. Chance and his girlfriend Alicia, they provided Fulio's location. Mr. Gathright and the Murphy brothers reportedly appeared in a surveillance video that showed them shooting guns at a parked car in that Fulio was sitting in outside of a Holiday Inn. The shooting happened while Fulio was celebrating his birthday. Mm. So yeah, but they convicted all four of them on first degree murder and second degree murder as well. Hmm. Now they're requesting that the jury, the prosecutors are pushing for the jury to recommend the death penalty for all four suspects. Hmm. Hmm. So, um, I it's a shame that this young man had to lose his life. A shame that he had his life and career cut short over gang violence and all of this stupidness. It's no winners anywhere in this. Because even if the family gets what they might believe some semblance of justice, they still lost a family member and a loved one that can never come back. These young men and that young and that's even before we even get whatever the verdict, I mean, the sentencing will be. So it's sad to hear and it's sad to see, but we certainly continue to pray for the family, friends, and loved ones of Fulio, but also the family, friends, and loved ones of these four individuals, because these are four lives that are forever changed. We don't know, I'm not particularly sure of the family makeup of the individuals that were just convicted, but it's going to change those families permanently. Just senseless violence and the shame all around. It's so sad to hear that these young people have their lives forever changed over stupidity. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so fine. Anyway, oh, that's some nice dark chocolate right there. Jesus. Anyway, it's time. Oh man, it is that time. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe
Major Sugar Spike.
they shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So we start off in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Because in America, you can break the law as long as in your breaking of the law, it is to harm black people. We have no problem with you breaking the law or violating the Constitution if in your violating of said Constitution or breaking of said laws, it involves disparaging or disenfranchising black people. But if it involves any perceived slight or harm, not real, but perceived slight or harm to the people descended from the Caucasus Mountains, we can't have no parts of that. So the Virginia Supreme Court yesterday, they threw out the redistricting referendum that was set to give Democrats a midterm boost. The Virginia Supreme Court's decision invalidates the state's newly adopted congressional map, which would have expanded the Democrats' expected edge from a 6-5 Democrat-Republican ratio to a 10-1 Democrat to Republican ratio. And you can see that reflected on the map on the left, on the maps on the left. The ruling does not erase Democrats' chance of flipping the House in November when both low approval numbers for the president and historical trends are expected to work in their favor. But it's a setback in the redistricting arms race after new GOP-friendly maps in multiple red states have given Republicans more than a dozen new pickup opportunities. Let me cut to the chase and say this. This is why it's so important. I keep telling y'all. Again, I said this the other day. We don't vote as if our life depends on it. We vote because our life depends on it. That's one. Two, we also, in states where your state Supreme Court is elected, you have to vote in those elections. For example, I know in Georgia, in the Georgia primaries, there are a couple Supreme Court, Georgia Supreme Court seats that are up for election in 2 weeks or in a week and a half on the 19th. Make sure you vote in that. The next time you get the opportunity in Virginia, because I know in Virginia, their state Supreme Court is elected by the state legislature. And so what that means is in the Virginia House of Delegates and in the Virginia State Senate, you all have to put more blue, more Democrats, more left-leaning people into your state House and your state Senate so that they can adequately fill positions on the state Supreme Court with people that mean to do well by the people of Virginia. Because clearly the people that y'all have Most of those Supreme Court justices they have now were put there when there were uh, 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 Republican majorities and the Virginia State Senate. Okay? So we got to do better now. Like they said in the article, just because they don't want to let y'all change the map, damn a map. Maps don't vote, people vote. Maps do not vote, people vote. And if we go out and turn out again as if it's 2008 and exceed 2008 numbers, it won't matter how they try to redistrict. It doesn't matter how they try to disenfranchise us. If we go out and we vote the way we know that we can, the maps won't matter. The maps won't matter. So I do not want us to get angry, upset, broke down, busted, and disgusted and apathetic. I want our rage to incentivize us. I want our rage to become passion. I do not want our rage and anger to be turned into apathy. It needs to be turned into passion, like what I saw in Shelby County, Tennessee, where they was going at those legislature. They was cussing them out. They was getting in their face. They had to get police involved because those black people from Memphis was here for it. We can't be silenced because that's what they want us to. They want us to be upset, angry, throw up our hands and say it's nothing we can do. Oh, there's a lot we can do. And there's a lot we're going to do. I'm excited for what we're going to do. In the face of all of this, I'm excited for what we're going to do. So a lot of y'all have a lot of friends in Virginia. A lot of you all live in Virginia, have family, friends, and loved ones. We know what to do, and not just in Virginia, but all over the country. We know what we need to do. We know our assignment, and we will execute. In other sugar spiky news, well, if you have a student in college, I know we're going to vote if we got to, whatever we got to do. If we got to crawl, roll, have somebody take up whatever we got to do, we're going to be there. If you have a student in college, they may be a part of this huge data breach. There's been a huge data breach over the last day or two. Schools and universities across the country are recovering from an outage that knocked down Canvas, an online platform that manages exams, course notes, lecture videos, and grades. The disruption tied to a cyber attack hit in the middle of finals periods for many colleges, a high stress time when students and instructors rely heavily on the platform. By late Thursday, Instructure, the parent company of Canvas, said the platform was available again to most users. The hacking group Shiny Hunters claimed the responsibilities for the breach. On Friday, Instructure and Canvas no longer appeared on a site where Shiny Hunters list its targets. Some schools, however, have continued to block students and teachers from accessing Canvas, citing an abundance of caution while assessing security threats. Though most schools seem to have restored access to Canvas, the disruptions to final exams are likely to ripple throughout the week. The University of Massachusetts at Dartmouth said that it would postpone exams scheduled for yesterday and today to ensure students had time to review course materials that would not have been accessible during the shutdown. The University of Illinois postponed all exams that were scheduled to take place yesterday, today, or tomorrow for all classes, regardless of whether the course is used Canvas or not. A Montgomery County public school I'm sorry, Montgomery County Public Schools in Maryland continued to limit access to Canvas on Friday, citing an abundance of caution, quote, while we work to better understand the full impact of the incident and any potential vulnerabilities involving information connected to the platform, end of quote. Now, the data breach appeared to involve student IDs, email addresses, names, and messages on the Canvas platform. Instructure's Chief Information Security Officer, Steve Proud, said this to news outlets earlier this week. He also said the company had not found evidence that passwords, date of birth, government identification, or financial information were compromised, but they're still investigating. Now, even though Canvas is back online, cybersecurity experts are urging impacted students and instructors to stay alert. There is still a possibility that sensitive information like passwords, dates of birth, government information, or financial information could have been compromised. So they're asking people to stay alert and be vigilant while they still investigate. Yeah, do not open emails from Canvas. Not Please take guidance from your particular school or university. Now, some public school systems, as we saw in Montgomery County in Maryland, there are several public school systems around the country that also use Canvas. Um, and many colleges and universities use Canvas. Okay. Um, So this happened at Howard. My sister called me yesterday about it. They ended up extending some of her finals. Now here's the deal with extending finals. Remember, because the schedule for finals were already set, and this is the end of the spring semester, a lot of students were prepared to go home. This means that they may have to extend the amount of time those students have to stay in dorms or student living. That's more money students may need for food or meal plans or different things like that while they have to stay those extra days on campus. So it's not even just saying, oh, we're just going to push the final exams back a couple days. That's upending a lot of lives and travel and different things that students have to do and uh, 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 um, make up for and things like that. So yeah, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Because if they're extending it, I remember before I graduated, I think I had a final just a couple days before graduation. Like I know I had a final exam. I graduated on a Saturday. I think I had a final exam like that Wednesday before graduation. I think I had my last final. And so that's a great question how it's going to affect graduation, because I'm sure it probably can affect graduations for some students and some universities. So call your kids or loved ones if they are in school. Make sure you understand the situation there, because it may affect your family member or loved one, just to make sure everything's good with that. And like I said, it's not just colleges and university; it's also public schools as well. There are many public schools that also use public school districts that also use Canvas. So please check and see how you may have been affected. In other sugar spiky news, I'm not surprised by this story. And the thing about it is, I'm not surprised that they people have been very quiet about what I'm about to tell you, and nobody's doing anything about it. As mad as you are about the Supreme Court's decision gutting the Voting Rights Act, this is going to make you more angry. Sit down for a while. Let's unpack this. Here's the headline: Samuel Alito's Voting Rights Act ruling cited misleading and false data from the Department of Justice. Now, we all know Samuel Alito wrote the decision that gutted in the Calais decision that gutted the Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Samuel Alito wrote the majority opinion. Let's unpack this. The claims Samuel Alito, a Supreme Court justice, made about voter turnout in Louisiana in a landmark Voting Rights Act case were based on misleading data. In his opinion, gutting Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act last week, Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito said that black voter turnout had exceeded white voter turnout in two of the five most recent presidential elections, both nationally and in Louisiana. Alito's claim was copied almost verbatim from a friend of the court brief filed by the Justice Department. It was a critical data point Alito used to make the argument that the kind of discrimination that once made the Voting Rights Act necessary no longer exists. In his majority decision, Justice Alito wrote, quote, "Vast social change has occurred throughout the country, and particularly in the South, where many Section 2 suits arise. Black voters now participate in elections at similar rates as the rest of the electorate, even turning out at higher rates than white voters in two of the five most recent presidential elections nationwide and in Louisiana." End of quote. But a review of turnout and racial data in Louisiana reveals that assertion relies on unusual methodology. The Justice Department brief that Alito cited calculated black and white voter turnout in Louisiana as a proportion of the total population of each group over the age of 18. Such an approach is not preferred by experts in calculating statewide turnout because the general over 18 population may include non-citizens, people with felony convictions, and others who cannot legally vote. So what that means is when you're calculating voter turnout, you have the number of people voting in the fraction. You make a fraction to get your percentage, right? In the numerator on top, that's the actual number that voted. In the denominator on the bottom, that is the number that should be the number of registered voters. But instead of using the number of registered voters, they use the number of total people within that group. Right? So, in Louisiana, right, there are more white people in Louisiana than there are black people in Louisiana, right? So, let's just say, even if there was the same number, okay? I'm going to just say, give you a small scale. Let's say there's 100 there's 100 white people in Louisiana and 10 black people in Louisiana, right? Go with me, right? Now, if there are 10 black people and 100 white people, if 5 black people go vote, but 39 white people go vote, guess what's going to happen? 39, the white people are always going to win because there are more white voters. But when you look at the percentage, here's the percentage. 39 out of 100 is only 39%, whereas 5 out of 10 is 50%. So if you use those numbers, it looks like there's a higher voting percentage of black people voting than there are white people voting. That's not the case. They were supposed to use for the denominator the actual eligible voters or the actual people registered to vote. That's how you know voter turnout, because you have convicted felons that cannot vote. You also have people that may not be citizens that can't vote, people that are deemed mentally incapacitated and cannot vote, or just not registered to vote. So the point that I'm making is the numbers that they're using to justify gutting the Voting Rights Act are flawed numbers. They're using wrong numbers, and they're basing their ruling to strip black people of access to voting, of access to representation on flawed data. But here's the deal. I don't think they give a damn. You want to know why? Because not a single, you don't hear anybody screaming bloody hell all over the place. This isn't all over the news. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a damn. It could have been, even if they used the right numbers and saw that they were wrong, they were going to do it regardless. It doesn't matter what the numbers were. It doesn't matter how much black people were still disenfranchised. They were going to gut the Voting Rights Act regardless. It does not matter. Yeah, the data set was broken from the beginning, but they didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a damn. They were going to do it regardless. And this is why some of you all have been with me since 2020. Back in 2020, before Joseph Robinette was even elected. Put a 27 in the chat if you remember during the summer of 2020 when I said if Joseph Robinette and the Democrats are not talking about adding more seats to the Supreme Court, they're not serious. I was screaming that from the rooftops back during the election season of 2020. I kept saying, you bitches are not serious if you're not talking about stacking the Supreme Court. You need at least 4 more seats on the Supreme Court. I kept saying that. You need a minimum of 4 more seats on the Supreme Court. And if you're not talking about doing that, you're not serious about this shit. And you had the Dems coming there. Oh, we can't do that. We have to do this. We have to play the long game. No. Fuck the long game. Y'all got to give these bitches some term limits, and you got to put way more people. If you have 13 circuits in the federal judiciary, you should naturally have 13 justices. The reason that we got 9 justices, when they first went to 9 justices, that was because we had 9 circuits in the federal judiciary. So they went to 9 justices because we had 9 circuits at that time. But then they left it at 9 justices and never increased it. It's nothing. There's the number of members of the Supreme Court is not etched in stone. It's changed over the over the history of this country. I don't understand why we don't have the same number of justices as we have circuits in the federal judiciary. But that makes way too much sense, and that doesn't help Republicans and racist ass white people in their desire to punish anybody not descended from the Caucasus Mountains. And the fact that you have a raggedy bitch who's supposed to be on the highest court of the land and didn't even have the gumption to say, let me have my file clerk, let me have my intern, let me have one of my staff members vet all of the data and all of the information before I fart this shit out. And so now, in the history of this country, in the annals of time, people will see that in the Roberts court, you had fuck bitches and fucking imbeciles and idiots that use flawed and wrong data, faulty data, in order to disenfranchise millions of Americans. Because the point was, they didn't give a damn. It didn't matter if they used no data at all. They just tried to throw that shit out there to just to think that we could just throw any numbers out there. They're too stupid. Nobody's going to check and verify that these are good numbers because they think that we're stupid. And so they just threw that out there to give the appearance of it being credible data to give the appearance as if what they were saying was founded on a good foundation, and it's not. I'm just saying, fuck shit. And bitches ain't saying shit about it. Motherfuckers are real quiet about this shit. Yeah, he was involved in that shit. Cause he was a circuit, which I forgot which circuit John Roberts came out of, but he was on the appellate circuit at that point. He wasn't on the Supreme Court yet, because that was still the Rehnquist court, but he helped out and eventually became Chief Justice. Fucking mess. In our next sugar spiky story, well, then there's this. A suburban New Orleans religious pastor has been convicted of sexually molesting two minors in what is the third instance of a man called, quote, the worst kind of predator, end of quote. Terry Reed, who you see there, cited biblical verses and scriptures to manipulate, normalize, and justify his sexual behavior, with the two victims at the center of the newest case against him. One of those victims began visiting uh, and then moved into his home at age 16 in August of 2021 after the boy's relationship with his mother became strained. Mr. Reed then accused that teenager on multiple occasions. I'm sorry, then abused that teenager on multiple occasions before the victim reported him to authorities, leading to his arrest in 2023. At that point, the second victim came forward to report that he too had repeatedly endured sexual abuse by Mr. Reed after moving into the pastor's home in May 2011 at age 16. Prosecutors in Louisiana's Jefferson Parish, which is the state's uh, 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 which is one of the more religious counties in the state, subsequently charged Mr. Reed with two counts each of third-degree rape and molestation of a juvenile. The jury in front of whom Mr. Reed was tried deliberated for less than an hour on earlier this week on May 6th to find him guilty as charged. The verdict against Mr. Reed came nearly 20 years after he pleaded guilty in 1997 to a separate charge of indecent behavior with a juvenile. He had also pleaded guilty in 2017 to molestation of a juvenile, telling the victim in that case that, quote, to fight off demons, he had to submit to certain acts, end of quote. Mr. Reed received probation in both of the previous cases. Y'all gave him probation. I cannot. He was ministering out of his home in Jefferson County in Terrytown, where he was arrested in connection with the case that culminated in his most recent conviction. According to prosecutors at the time of his 2023 arrest, Mr. Reed readily admitted that he was a sex offender. Nonetheless, he asserted at one point that medical ailments left him unable to perform sexually and that he had been celibate for a decade. Then he maintained that whatever sex he engaged in with his accusers occurred when they had reached Louisiana's age of legal consent, which is 17. Prosecutors told jurors that the pastor had demonstrated a pattern of, quote, preying on these very, very troubled boys who don't have a father figure in their lives, end of quote. Parishioners of his church held Mr. Reed in high esteem and called him regularly a saint. There were many that testified on his behalf, many of his parishioners. A mess. A mess. A goddamn mess. A goddamn mess. Another chapter in Mr. Reed's past that did not come up in court involved the deaths of two boys aged 12 and 13 in a hot tub at his home in 2002. Authorities later determined that the children had been electrocuted, though they said they were unable to classify whether the deaths had been a homicide, suicide, accidental, or natural, according to a contemporary news media outlet. The fact that y'all had this man out of jail on probation is beyond my level of comprehension. So y'all just gonna keep letting him out of jail over and over and over and over to commit atrocities on children. I blame prosecutors that continued to let this man out on probation. Y'all ain't shit. Let me move on before I spike out. In our last sugar spiky story, now again, we have to go take a blast in the past. The man you see there is former president of the country of Haiti, Jovenel Moise. Now, if you all recall, when Jovenel Moise was murdered back in 2021, y'all remember I covered that extensively on this platform. And I kept telling you all at that time, this was done by the American government. There was so much coming out of Haiti, so much intel and information. It was the canary in the mine. We knew that Jovenel Moise was murdered at the hands of the American government. And then this happened this week. 4 South Florida men were convicted on Friday of plotting to kill Haitian President Jovenel Moise in 2021 by hiring mercenaries to assassinate him at his Port-au-Prince home. Prosecutors argued during the 9-week trial in a Miami federal court that the men assembled 24 former Colombian soldiers and supplied them with money, guns, ammunition, and tactical vests in a conspiracy to kill Moise. The 53-year-old president was shot dead in July 2021 at his private residence in the hills above Port-au-Prince, a killing that left a gaping political vacuum in the Caribbean nation and emboldened powerful gangs. If you all recall, there was also his wife. She also assisted in the murder of her husband. She was in on it too. Standing trial were Archangel Pretel Ortiz, 53, a former FBI informant, Colombian national and permanent U.S. resident. Antonio Entriago, 62, a Venezuelan American owner of a security firm. James Salagues, 40, a Haitian American handyman. And Walter Ventimilla, 57, an Ecuadorian American. They were convicted of multiple counts of conspiracy to kill and kidnap a person outside the U.S., resulting in death, and providing material support of resources to carry out a violation resulting in death. All 4 men faced a life in prison. A 5th defendant, Christian Emmanuel Sanon, a Haitian-born doctor who court papers say wanted to be named president after Moise was killed, will be tried later due to health issues. Let me tell y'all something. It's the irony of the American criminal justice system convicting these four men, probably giving them life in prison once they're sentenced, knowing good and hell well this was all done by the nefariously, covertly done by the American government. Let's be clear. What this trial should have been about was a trial putting the American intelligence community, the CIA and the FBI, on trial for the murder of Jovenel Moise. Let's be clear. The country of Haiti is what it is because of America, because of the United States of America. We have been demonstrably involved in the diminution of the government in Haiti at every turn. We're going back to Papa Doc, Baby Doc days and stuff like that. Aristide and all of that. And certainly Jovenel Moise. The reason that Haiti and that country and government is in disarray is because these yet to be United States of America wants it that way. And you think it's a coincidence that the first person named as one of the convicted is a quote former FBI informant? You think that's coincidental? Mm, a mess. Oh, oh, you don't know? 1804. 1804 is why Western civilization will always have their foot on the neck of the country of Haiti. 1804 is all you need to know because Haiti was the first country where African slaves said, fuck that, and took control of their country. Toussaint Louverture and the people of and the African slaves of Haiti threw the French government out. They overthrew the French government, whooped their asses, beat them into submission, and kicked them out of the country of Haiti. Remember, the island of Hispaniola was split. One side was owned by Spain. The other side was owned by France, and the side with Haiti was owned by France. The side with the Dominican Republic was owned by Spain. And what those black slaves did, they kicked France out, took control, and formed the country of Haiti in 1804. The first such of its kind by any slaves, black slaves out of Africa, in the whole world. And because of that, they will always have their necks, foot on the neck of the country of Haiti. Hmm. I'm surprised too, Fran. But it makes sense, Fran, because now our government could say, oh, we didn't have nothing to do with it. It was these four guys right here. It was all them. They got that much invested in Haiti. Child, a mess. A damn mess. We're about halfway through, y'all, and we are having a phenomenal time already. Listen, y'all, if you have not done so, now is a great time to support the platform. As I stated earlier, we've been giving you great content for the last all week long. All week long, we've been supplying great content even today. Support the platform. $5, $2, $10, $1,000. It will all go to good use. It will keep the lights on over here. It will keep the show going. It will keep the community together. Platforms and worthwhile programs. You do it for all of the other people. Might as well do it here, where we, where we have a good time. Might as well. Just saying. I'm just saying. It beats putting money in going to a Christopher Maurice concert. Support the platform. We thank you, ma'am. We thank you, sir. It's time for Kornaki's Khakis Corner. Kornaki's Khakis Corner. It is that time. Let's see where we will be today. Oh, yeah, we got another very competitive race here. One of the more competitive races in the country in terms of primaries. We go over to the great state of Minnesota. This is Cam's residence. He lives in the great state of Minnesota. And let's look at we'll be in the great state of Minnesota. We will be looking at the Senate race in Minnesota. Amy Klobuchar is giving up her seat to run for governor of the great state of Minnesota, and that leaves a vacancy. So there's a very, very deep and thick primary for that Senate seat being vacated by Amy Klobuchar. So on the Republican side, we have several candidates. Christopher Brooks is hold on one second. All right. Christopher Brooks, let me get all of my data. Hold on. All right. So he's a wild he's a wild card. Doesn't have an ice cube. He's not even a wild card. Doesn't have an ice cube chance in hell. Um, I don't have any information. Hell, it took me like 30 minutes to try to find a doggone picture of the man. But he's running. Um, he does. He has a Facebook page. Not a lot on the Facebook page. There's not a lot of information about Mr. Brooks, but he's running as a Republican candidate. Alicia Gruenhagen, um, she's run for Senate several times. She doesn't have a chance. She's run several times. She's the manager of a food co-op. And like I said, she's run for Senate several times. And never really makes it out of the primaries. So yeah, she doesn't really have a whole lot of a chance. She went to Northwestern. She lives in St. Paul, Minnesota. And she's the owner and manager of Greener Pastures Natural Foods Co-op of McLeod County. Raymond Peterson, all of these are Republican candidates. Another weak candidate doesn't really have an Ice Cube's chance in hell. I mean, it's just a bunch of people just throwing a. It took me 30 minutes to find his picture as well. Anyway, he served in the U.S. Navy as an engineer, but now he's a safety systems coordinator and a truck driver. That's what he does now. He does have a campaign website, Ray for Senate. Um, where if you want to go, it's rayforsenate.com. Believe it or not, and he's out of St. Paul, Minnesota. This is where I got that picture from his website. Our next candidate is on the Republican primary is, and I forgot to mention that their primary is August 11th. Okay, primary is August 11th of this year. So, where am I at? Mike Rojo. What information did I get on Mike? Not a lot. Yeah, all I have on Mike is that he's run for some state seats before, and this is his first time running for U.S. Senate. He doesn't have an Ice Cube's chance in hell. He does have a campaign website, um, and um, it does it give me any information on him. He does own his own restaurant. Um, he's an entrepreneur. You can go look at his go to mikeruoho.com and get his information. Um, but he doesn't have an Ice Cube chance in hell. Now we start to get to some real candidates. All right. So Tom Wheeler is a retired U.S. Navy officer. No, I'm sorry. I ain't getting it. Let me go back to Adam Schwartz. Adam Schwartz, that's where we are. Adam Schwartz is a former Navy SEAL. Okay. He's a former Navy SEAL. He's running. Let me just a second. Let me get all of my information here. He's being endorsed by by Tim Sheehy, Senator Tim Sheehy out of the great state of Montana. He's also being endorsed by U.S. Congressman John McGuire out of the state of Virginia. Law Enforcement Today, which is an organization, is also endorsing Adam Schwartz. Okay. Adam Schwartz has also raised quite a bit of money. He has raised quite a bit of money. Almost 2 million, about $2 million he's raised. Adam Schwartz has. So, I'm sorry, not $2 million, about $1 million. Excuse me. He's raised. He's raised the second highest amount of money. He is a credible candidate, and he does have some endorsements. That is the Michelle Tafoya you're thinking about. Yes, that Michelle Tafoya, former ESPN and sports broadcaster Michelle Tafoya. Many people didn't know she was a MAGA nut and conservative until she said that she was running for U.S. Senate out of Minnesota. She has raised the most money so far in this race, and she has received the endorsements of Mushmouth Senator Tim Scott out of South Carolina. She's also received the endorsement of the NRSC, the National Republican Senatorial Committee. Um, so you can expect that she's going to start to get a lot of Republican endorsements that should she win, but the primary. Tom Wheeler, I was speaking of him earlier. He is a retired U.S. Navy officer. Um, and he ran for Minnesota's 3rd congressional district back in 2022. He has received endorsements from several state senators and state representatives in Republican state senators and representatives in Minnesota. Royce White, who's the lone black Republican candidate here, he's a former NBA player. Uh huh. Uh huh. He is. He's running. Excuse me. He played for the uh 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 uh, uh um Sacramento Kings uh um just 1 year, and then he was a G leaguer, and then he did get brought up by. He was originally drafted by the Houston Rockets, did not make the squad, but then ended up making it to the Sacramento Kings for part of that season, and then played in the Canadian Basketball League and in some other leagues, some ABA teams and stuff like that. He wasn't all that good. So, but he's running for U.S. Senate. Um, he received the endorsement of MAGA nut Mike Lindell, CEO of My Pillow, and MAGA nut extraordinaire Mike Lindell. And our last candidate is Mark York, who's a farmer, a computer scientist, and a former White House fellow. He's running as well. Crowded league on the Republican, crowded field on the Republican side. On the Democratic side, you got two heavyweights. On the Democratic side, you have Angie Craig, who's a sitting congressman. She represents Minnesota's 2nd congressional district. And then you have Peggy Flanagan, who's the sitting lieutenant governor under Mike Walz. She's the current lieutenant governor of Minnesota. Now, in terms of endorsements, they both have a lot. Angie Craig is endorsed by Pete Buttigieg, former transportation secretary. Angie Craig is also endorsed by Senator Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin, Senator Ruben Gallego of Arizona, Senator Andy Kim of New Jersey, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada, and Senator Jackie Rosen of Nevada as well. She's also endorsed by Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, Sarah McBride, all of these are members of Congress. Colin Peterson, Dean Phillips, Mark Takano, and Richie Torres. All of these are sitting members of Congress. Angie Craig is also endorsed by Abigail Spanberger, the AFGE, which is the American Federation of Government Employees, is endorsing her. The Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen is endorsing her. Teamsters are endorsing her. The Minnesota AFL-CIO is endorsing her. APAC is endorsing Angie Craig. The Democratic Majority for Israel is endorsing Craig. Elect Democratic Women is endorsing Angie Craig. Equality PAC is endorsing Craig. HRC, that's the Human Rights Campaign, big LGBTQ plus organization. Joint Action Committee for Political Affairs is endorsing her. LGBTQ plus Victory Fund is endorsing her, as well as others. Now, that's a lot of endorsements. But Peggy Flanagan also has quite a few. Peggy Flanagan, who I told you is the sitting lieutenant governor for Minnesota, is endorsed by former Secretary of the Interior, Deb Haaland. She's endorsed by former U.S. Senator Al Franken. She's endorsed by current U.S. Senator Martin Heinrich of New Mexico, Senator Ed Markey of Massachusetts, Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon, Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont, Senator Tina Smith of Minnesota, Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland. She's also endorsed by multiple state senators and state legislator. She's also endorsed by Minnesota State Auditor Julie Blaha and Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison. And she has service employees, SEIU of Minnesota, I should say SEIU of Minnesota is endorsing her. Jamie Harrison, former chair of the Democratic National Committee, the former chair of the DNC, Jamie Harrison, he's endorsing her. Melvin Carter, mayor of St. Paul, is endorsing her. The United Food and Commercial Workers Union is endorsing her. Unite Here is endorsing her. National Nurses United is endorsing her. End Citizens United is endorsing her. Indivisible is endorsing her. Jane Fonda Committee PAC is endorsing her. Minnesota is endorsing her. Minnesota 50501 is endorsing her. Outfront Minnesota is endorsing her. Patriotic Millionaires is endorsing her. And Vote Mama is endorsing her. If I were voting, I would be voting for Peggy Flanagan. I'm just gonna put that out there. If I were in Minnesota, I would be voting for Peggy Flanagan. That's it. I'm endorsing Peggy Flanagan. That's it. That's all. I told y'all, read the people who are endorsing Angie Craig. Once you heard Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, AIPAC, and some of these people, that told you all you needed to know. She's one of those centrist, corporate, hold the party line, keep the same fuck shit going faction. That's why you have all of those Democrats voting, endorsing her. My vote will go to Peggy Flanagan. I'm just telling you what I know. Billy Nord is also running. He doesn't really have an Ice Cube's chance in hell. He works in streaming and things like that. Yeah, he's one of those people that works in streaming and stuff like that. Doesn't really have a chance. It doesn't really have a chance in hell. But he's running. So those are your candidates. My vote would be for Miss Flanagan. All right. And those are your Senate primary candidates for U.S. Senate out of the great state of Minnesota. It's time for our old school gospel feature. Today, I think you'll like the one we have today, okay? Now, y'all know I always give you the warning. If you want to, go over to Twitch. You know we're simulcasting on Twitch. You know sometimes YouTube is with the fuck shit and tries to shut us down and tries to stop what we got going on, okay? I'm going to advise, if you can stay here on YouTube until they and pray for the best, or you could just head over to Twitch and just watch it on Twitch. I mean, we know Twitch is not going to shut us down. So that's my advice. But today, our old school gospel feature, it's an old school gospel song being sung by a newer artist. All right. We will be listening to today a great, great old gospel song. The song, Be Grateful. The singer, Lettucey. Please enjoy.
God has not promised soften you. Be grateful. Be grateful. For there's someone else who wants to be in your shoes. Be grateful. Be grateful. God said He would never forsake you. Be grateful. Be grateful. My Lord, He said He would. He's always gonna be there for you. And be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be
Yes. All right. That was Lettucey. Be grateful. Now listen. I love me some Lynette Hawkins. Listen. Lynette Hawkins is the blueprint. Lynette Hawkins sang the hell out of Be Grateful. Let's be clear. But Lettucey, she sang that Be Grateful. You know, every now and again, I listen to Be Grateful myself. You know, sometimes you be getting besides yourself and you forget that somebody got it worse off than you. Somebody would love to be in your shoes. You have to remind yourself every now and again. That whole song is the whole word. Every now and again, you got to go and listen to Be Grateful to remind yourself. You know, listen. I have to listen to that sometimes if I'm going through something. I listen to that. Just the first two verses. When Lynette sing, God has not promised me sunshine. That's not the way it's going to be. But a little rain. Child, trying to tell you. Whole words. They don't write songs like that no more. Y'all got my girl over there on the floor. Tracy W over there on the floor. If you ain't listened to Be Grateful and had a snot bubble or two, I'm telling you, if I'm going through something, my snot bubbles moment on grief, on Be Grateful is when she get to the second verse, and she said, God desires to feel your longing, and then when she said, every pain that you feel, He feels them just like you. Take me out every time. Snot bubbles every time. When she said every pain that you feel, He feels them just like you. Baby, I be on the ground. Snot bubbles every time. Every now and again, you got to remember. Got to remember every now and again. It can always be worse. It can always be worse. And hey, like they said, every pain that you feel, he feels them just like you. Mm-hmm. Trying to tell you, like she said, make you appreciate the good times. Trying to tell you. Gotta feel that thing every now and again. That thing will touch you. That thing will hit you. That was our gospel feature of the day. I hope you enjoyed the gospel feature as much as I did. All right, it's time for this day of music. Let me know what year you are getting. We got a good year. Listen. We have a good year for this day of music. We have a great year for this day of music. Now, last week, we had a real good year last week. And listen, it's gonna be hard to come up on last week. Listen, last week don't owe us nothing. I think what year we did last? I think we did 1986 last week. And 1986 ain't owe us nothing. 1986 ain't owe us nothing. Those of you still feeling the gospel feature, the doors of the church are open. Please place your money in the offering tray. The QR code is in the top right corner. Make sure you give a blessing, give an offering. Put some money in the offering tray. The year that we will be doing, we'll be looking at the top 10 R&B songs on May 9th in the year of our Lord, 1990. The year is 1990. Ciao. Let's see what the people were bopping to on May 9th, 1990. Listen, Mariah Carey, Vision of Love is number 10. Y'all want to know why the song is only number 10? Because the song did not officially get released until the 15th of May. But it was already, it was playing on radio stations and had become so big that it made the top 10 R&B hits before its official release. Shout out to my girl Mariah, first single right out the block. My girl Mariah, treated me kind, sweet destiny. Now, interesting fact. Vision of Love is not in my top 10 Mariah Carey songs of all time. And y'all know I'm a whole lamb over here. I'm an original gangster with Mariah. I'm a whole lamb. Vision of Love is not in my top 10. Not in my top 10. It's in my top 15, but not in my top 10. Not in my top 10. And I'm a whole lamb over here. But I got a top 10, my top 10 from my queen. I can't do without any one of the top 10. Like Vision of Love, you know, it reminds me of, there are some huge Mariah Carey songs that as a lamb I don't like. For example, I never liked My All. Never liked My all. Never like We Belong Together. We Belong Together. I do not like We Belong Together. I don't like My All at all. I don't. I don't. I just don't. Those two songs, people love We Belong Together. I think We Belong Together is one of her biggest hits of all time. Do not like We Belong Together at all. So I did, and My All was a huge song. Never liked it. Vision of Love. It's it's not one of my favorites, but I respect Vision of Love. The reason it goes in the top 15 is because the vocal prowess of Mariah on Vision of Love. That's the only reason Vision of Love makes it into the top 15 because of the things that she does vocally. But is it one of my favorite Mariah songs? No. Number 9, huge hit. You can't touch this. Need I say more? People love We Belong Together and My All, and I do not like them, and I'm old lamb. You would not find me listening to My All. You would not find me listening to We Belong Together. Mm-mm. Oh, it's not in my top 10, Mariah, at all. It's not. It's not in my top 10. But in terms of record sales and in terms of hits, it's I think top 2 or 3 hits for Mariah. I'm sure go look up Xavier Mariah Carey's top selling singles. I think I know it's in the top 5. I mean, We Belong Together. I know it's in the top 5. I think it's like in the top 3. Go look it up, Xavier. Let me know. But yeah, number 9, You Can't Touch This was that song. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. Okay. We only number 9 and number 10. Do y'all see how big? Listen, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's think about where we are today. Think how huge these two songs right now are. Do you know how huge um Vision of Love is as a just as a track or as a song? Stratospheric. You Can't Touch This as a song, single track is stratospheric, as big as you get. And these are number 9 and 10. That lets you know the caliber of the list this week. Okay? That lets you know the level that we are at in terms of the hits that we're going to see. Yeah, people love We Belong Together. The younger generation likes We Belong Together. Younger generation people, young millennials and older Gen Zers love We Belong Together. Those of us late Gen X, early millennials, not so much, because we know the old Mariah that was singing her face off. I don't know. It was on the R&B charts. Don't know how it made it. What's so funny is, let me go back. What's so funny is, you know what number 11 was? Because that's not an R&B song. You're right about that. I don't know how that's not an R&B song, but it was there. Now, you know what number 11 was? Tomorrow by Tevin Campbell. Number 8, been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know and I don't know why he's gone away and I don't know where he can be. My baby. I'm just saying. I mean, Lisa Stansfield. Been around the world looking for my baby. Come on now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, women all over America, black women especially, Secret Garden, Secret Garden, black women all over America love Secret Garden. They love Secret Garden. They love this song, especially when Barry White come on and say, "I wanna be with you." Come on now. This is a strong list, y'all. There are no skips so far. There are no skips so far on this top 10 list, y'all. Y'all know how many babies were made off Secret Garden? Yeah, James Ingram went off. I love James Ingram voice. James Ingram, you want to talk about underrated singers? James Ingram is so underrated. Listen, what's my favorite James Ingram song? Probably 100 Ways. Love 100 Ways by James Ingram. Just Once is good too, but listen, 100 Ways by James Ingram don't owe me nothing. Secret Garden, yes, Secret Garden is still a bop. Just saying. James Ingram's voice is so underrated. Such an awesome voice. Number 8. No one doesn't like me. I know you know. Tell me what you feel on me. Whatever you want. It's all right with me. You got every feel. You it on me. Come on now. And you know, you want. All right, you got that whip appeal. Come and work it on me. Better than love, sweeter than me. You got, Come on now. It's whip appeal. It's Babyface. Come on now. Come on now. Arguably, his best song. Some people are going to argue this is Babyface's best song. People will argue now. That's an argument that you can have, but I'm gonna challenge you to tell me a better Babyface song. I mean, not the songs he's written, but the songs that he is performing. Tell me a better Babyface song than Whip Appeal. I thank you for the backgrounds, Jeanette. I appreciate the background. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just saying. Whip Appeal, you're not gonna find a song that Babyface got a lot of hits, but of the songs that he performs, this is the best song. I told y'all this list was not to be fucked with. Soon as I Get Home is good, but it's not Whip Appeal. I'm sorry. Soon as I Get Home is listen. I love Soon as I Get Home. Soon as I get home from work. Ow! Thank you for your cash app, Demetria. I appreciate it. I told y'all thank you. We doing the Lord's work over here. I told y'all we had a great show today. Cha. 2 occasions, but that's not Babyface. That was when he was with The Deal. Wasn't 2 occasions when he was with L.A. Reid and the other man, they was in that group, The Deal? I think that was when he was with The Deal. I don't think that's his solo. I'm just saying. But number 6, we only had number 6, y'all listen. Y'all, we are only on number 6. We are only on number 6, y'all. How we gonna make it? Lord. We was jamming back then. Listen, the fact that we had music this good and didn't even realize it. Cha. And it's real. The magic in my head, and I talk and rub you the right way. Come on now. Johnny Gill rub you the right way. Listen, Johnny Gill was singing his face off too. Say what you want. Had a deep, good baritone voice. Singing his goddamn face off. Singing his goddamn face off. This was a bop in the clubs too. I can imagine. I wasn't in the club at the time. I was too young. But I'm sure if you was in the club during that time, I'm sure this was a whole bop. Mm-hmm. Right. Auntie Johnny wasn't playing around. You said the way your aunties wore this song out, child. A whole bop. A whole bop, y'all. Listen. We still on number 5, y'all. We still got we still got 4 more songs, y'all. Number 4. Listen. Before I get to In Vogue and the greatness of Hold On to Your Love, can I tell y'all how great, phenomenally gifted a young prepubescent Michael Jackson was? Because if you recall, the intro to Hold On was them singing Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5. You know, the when I had you, I treated you. They did that, and they did the whole acapella harmonies thing, but they were singing a young prepubescent Michael Jackson, and you had grown-ass women trying to emulate a young prepubescent Michael Jackson. So I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate the vocal ability of a young prepubescent Michael Jackson, okay? But, ooh, my first mistake was I wanted too much time. I had to have it morning, noon, and night. Yeah, I would have known the thing that I know now. I might not waste the time I complain about you. Waste your time fighting like hold on to your love. I got to hold on to your love, girl. Why was we jamming like this in 1990? Didn't realize at the time that, listen, I really don't think we realized at the time how great the music was. We were just listening to the radio. But the music that was being put out at this time, just incredible. Easily one of my favorites by my Queen Janet. Top 5 by Queen Janet. If you've never seen the video for All Right, go watch the video for All Right. A tribute to Cab Calloway and so forth. Friends come, friends make long. All right. Hey, Roddy. All right with me. Queen Janet don't owe me nothing. Queen Janet don't owe me nothing. Don't owe me nothing for this song. And she had Heavy D and the Boys. She had Heavy D and All Right in the remix. I remember. Phenomenal video. Great video. This was off of the Rhythm Nation album. Janet don't owe me nothing for this song. This is my top 5 Janet songs. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. We on number 3, y'all. This whole list is so good, y'all. Whole list is so good. Number 2, Ready or Not. Mm-mm. I'll give you everything and more. Ow! All that I got. I'll give you everything and more. Yeah, we already talked about it. And we talked about the fact that it was based on wrong and flawed data. We got the red ball back. Her birthday is next Saturday. She will be 60. I'm trying to tell you. Baby, the way the Edmond brothers, now this Babyface brothers and cousin. I think the other one is the cousin. I think it's the 2 brothers and the cousin. This song is such a slept on hit. Kevon Edmonds, Babyface brother, listen. Kevon, y'all know he can sing. If you don't know Ready or Not, you're missing out. You're missing out. This is a great song. A great song. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It's a great song. We're just gonna call it what it is. Yeah, they still sound amazing. Oh my God. After 7, you've heard After 7 before. You've heard them before. Trust me, Harold. You know After 7. That's Babyface brother. Remember they sang now one of their big hits was with Casey and JoJo, where they sang girl, I care about you. I'm there for you. So why don't you care for me? They teamed up with Casey and JoJo for that. They sang, baby, I'm for real. They also sing, till you do me right. I don't really want to think. I don't really want to. You say my name. Listen. They also sang, can't stop. How I feel. I'm thinking on you. You think I'm a man. You think I'm on you. Listen. Great. They had some great hits. I ain't gonna hold you. Great hits. Anyway, and the number 1 song on May 9th in the year of our Lord 1990, you probably guessed it. Poison, 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 poison. Belle Biv DeVoe. Poison. Girl, I must warn you. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. It's her, love her. That girl. I'm probably going to say Diary of a Mad Band. The whole list was fire. Let's recap. The whole list was fire. Top 10 R&B songs on this day, May 9th, 1990, is number 10, Vision of Love, Mariah Carey. Number 9, You Can't Touch This, MC Hammer. Number 8, Been Around the World and I. Lisa Stansfield. Number 7, Secret Garden. Quincy Jones featuring I'll Be Sure, James Ingram, El DeBarge, and Barry White. Number 6, Whip Appeal, Babyface. Number 5, Rub You the Right Way, Johnny Gill. Number 4, sorry about that, Hold On, In Vogue. Number 3, All Right, Janet Jackson. Number 2, Ready or Not, After 7. And number 1, Poison, Belle Biv DeVoe. Awesome list, y'all. No skips. Not one skip. Not one skip. Not one skip. Not one skip. Do you hear me? Not one. And now it's time for us to look at the top 5 rap songs of a particular year. And what song would you guess that we're doing for our top 5 rap and hip hop hits? What year? What year? These kids don't know about the set like that. They don't party on the set like we used to back in the 90s. Dear God. Oh, dear God. They don't party on the set like we used to back in the 90s. Dear God. The year is 2007. We'll be looking at the top 5 rap and hip hop singles on May 9th, 2007. Let's see what the people were listening to. Number 5. Listen, the way people used to be saying, throw some D's on that bitch. Just bought a Cadillac. Throw some D's on that bitch. The shit was everywhere. Every fucking where. Somebody was yelling out, throw some D's on that bitch. Listen. This song was everywhere. You could not go anywhere without hearing somebody yell, throw some D's on that bitch. I don't care where you went. I don't care when you went there. At some point, somebody was going to be yelling at you, throw some D's on that bitch. I'm telling you what I know. At some point, somebody was going to yell. It's going to yell that out. Just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, he from Mobile? Okay. You know, you got to say Mobile. That's how y'all say it. Not mobile. Mobile. He from the Bill? Mobile? Okay. I didn't know he was from Mobile. But yeah, man, everybody was saying Rich Boy featuring Pull Out the Dawn. Throw some D's on that bitch. Child. Number 4, Go Get Her by Young Jeezy. I didn't care for this song. I remember the song. I just didn't care for it. It was not a song that I was like, yeah, I need to go listen. I didn't care for it. Go Get Her, Young Jeezy featuring Aura. You said that was round 2 at Southern University? Okay. You know, I go get. I remember the song. I just didn't care for it. Young Jeezy featuring Ara Kelly. That was the number 4 single, rap single on May 9th, 2007. Number 3. Listen. Toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll, make it roll. Ow, 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 ow. Pop, lock and drop it. 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 So toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. Y'all know I still say this to this day. Now you talk about my shit. Pop, lock and drop it. My ghetto ass from motherfucking Liberty City, Miami-Dade County, graduate of Miami Central Senior High School, home of the mighty, mighty, mighty Rockets, can tell you, when I tell you pop, lock, and drop it, woo! Pop, lock, and drop it, they don't mean nothing. My ghetto ass used to love some goddamn pop, lock, and drop. To this day, y'all can still find me saying, toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. This was a whole bop, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. This was a whole bop. I don't even know if Huey had any more hits after that. I guess all he was the one hit wonder. I'm trying to think if Huey had any more hits after Pop, Lock, and Drop It. I guess when you had that one big hit, that's all you need, I guess. I don't know. But listen, it did, Harold. Had us in a whole chokehold. Try to tell you. Child. Number 2, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. I'm hot because you're mine. You ain't because you not. This is why I'm hot. I'm just, this is why I'm hot. This was a huge song. Now you talk about everywhere. This was a huge song. Big club song. Oh my God. Motherfuckers, I remember homecoming that year, right? Now, Lil Baby, it was homecoming. It was my 10-year anniversary from when I came up in 100. So I was marching that year, right? And so I marched in the alumni band that year. And motherfuckers used to ride down. And don't ask me why motherfuckers trying to ride down Warnish Way, but that's a whole different story. So you trying to ride down Warnish Way, motherfuckers had dunks and all kinds of stuff. And what would they be blasting? This is why I'm hot. Every tricked out car that rolled around FAMU at homecoming that year was blasting This Is Why I'm Hot. I'm just saying. Every single car. I'm just saying. And the number one rap song that is, on May 9th, 2007, I'ma buy you a drink. T-Pain. You got me thinking like, oh, ooh, she in my head like, oh. Listen, all these songs was every fucking where. The fact that T-Pain is from Tallahassee, and this was, you could not escape T-Pain if you were in Tallahassee. If you were going to FAMU, Florida State, TCC, Tallahassee Community College, or wherever you were, anywhere around the greater Tallahassee area, South Georgia, Thomasville, all of that, could not get away from T-Pain. Couldn't get away from it at all if you wanted to. You closed your eyes and went to sleep, it was still playing. I'm just saying. We done had some great lists today. Listen, I told y'all we had a great program today. Let's recap. Top 5 rap songs on May 9th in the year of our Lord 2007. Number 5, throw some D's on that bitch. Rich Boy featuring Pull Out the Don. Number 4, Go Getter, Young Jeezy featuring R. Kelly. Number 3, Pop, Lock and Drop It. Pop, Lock and Drop It by Huey. Number 2, This Is Why I'm Hot. Mims. Not to be confused with Mims here on YouTube. And the number 1 song, Buy You a Drink. Shawty Snapping. T-Pain featuring Young Jock. That was a great music segment. We had an awesome old school gospel feature, awesome This Day in Music, and an awesome rap hip hop hits. That was an awesome segment. Our music segments today went hard. The music segments today went hard. Do you hear me? Let's see what let's see what our video breakdowns have for us today. See what it has in store for us today. Let's see. Here's our first video breakdown.
Mitochondria are indeed the powerhouse of the cell, as we all know. Then when the nucleotides do enter, it's the inner membrane. Jazz hands? It's the inner membrane come in for the chlorophyll to tuck into chlorophyll.
Hold the fuck on. What? Now, I'm all for accommodations, right? As a professional educator myself. I ain't never heard of no accommodation where you need a puppet to learn. When did this shit start? I ain't gonna hold you. I want to know who wrote the IEP. I want to know what psychiatric and medical professional wrote the IEP, wrote the accommodation down, and said, yeah, they need the accommodation of having a puppet. I cannot. I don't have this strength. I cannot. This is not, this is not a real place. This is not real life. This is not real life. Hold on. This is not a real place. Now you need this accommodation for work. Lord. Like, I just don't understand. That's my question, green girl. But I guess you don't matter, right? Cindy Alex, I'm trying to figure this shit out. I don't know how this, I don't know how you even get that job, okay? How does this stuff land in my algorithm? Dear God above, here's our next video breakdown.
You know what this is for?
What?
This pill. Do you know what this is for?
What?
Take a guess.
For you to wear?
What's this for?
For you to make sounds.
What?
Because we're angry. Because you're angry?
Okay, so what do I do with it?
I don't know.
Wait, anything. What?
You put it around your.
What if I said this belt is for you boys? What does that mean?
I want to use it.
Okay.
I use it like I would use it the way that you were using it.
But that's not what that's for. If I say, come here, look. I say, this is for you. What do you think I'm about to do with it?
Put it on us.
Daddy ain't missing no leg days. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Daddy ain't missing not one leg day in that gym. Do you hear me? The man ain't missed not one leg day in the gym. I ain't missed not one leg day in the gym. I'm just saying. Them kids looking at him like, bruh, I mean, you don't put no fear in my heart. You ain't gonna do nothing with that. You ain't about that life. And he probably not. Here's our next video breakdown. Everybody under 40, this doesn't look dangerous. Everybody under 40 would jump down from here. Everybody over 40 wouldn't dare think about jumping down from here. We already know our foot gonna hit that ground and our leg gonna do something weird and our kneecap gonna come off. When you are over 40, you know how to get down off of things properly. Hand down, foot down, pause, release. I don't see any lies told, because if I listen, the way that floor looked a little too slippery, I would have jumped down, twisted my ankle, shattered my meniscus or something. No. I would have been in traction for the next 4 weeks. No, God. Baby, we're not doing all that jumping to carry on. No, we're not. Jump where? Not down. Yeah, sit down. What's the last? Because, baby, listen. You got to get your balance, baby. You got to get your equilibrium set. Jumping down and shit. He gonna fuck me up. I'm just saying. I think it was. Cha. Here's our next video breakdown.
I'll suck my dick all by myself. If this dumb bitch ain't gonna help, I'll suck it good and better too than she could ever hope to do. I'll get so good at sucking dick that I can help out all my friends, and then we won't need no more girls to suck our dicks. We'll change the world. I'll suck my dick, I'll suck yours too. I'll learn all kinds of sucks and moves. I'll crank and spit, I'll slurp and gag. We'll bring world peace, cause hoes can't nag when they ain't here, cause they ain't needed. If this dick is sucked and seeded, I can free the population, bring world peace and save the nation. Sucking dick.
It's a couple people in this chat that's members of the Rainbow Coalition compound. That's their theme song. I don't know nothing about that. I'm as pure as the driven snow. I don't listen to that shit. Foul, filth, and foolishness. Now, Xavier, Harold, where Paul? Paul, every time they walk in the room, they playing that song. Me, I'm as pure as the driven snow. I don't listen to that shit. Foul, filth, and foolishness. Woo! Look at you. Lord. Child. I don't know, Demetria. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I don't know how this stuff ends up in my algorithm. How is this stuff in my algorithm? Every time I came to Ty House, that song was playing. I'm just saying. I don't know how this stuff even ends up in my algorithm. Just saying. I can't do this with y'all. I'm moving on. Here's the next video breakdown.
How do you pronounce this word?
Cran.
Cran.
Crayon.
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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are we on about?
Why not
Clearly.
crayon?
Why not what?
Crayon.
Crayon? How many A's do you see? 1 or 4?
Cran. My wife says crown, which is ludicrous. That's crayon.
Crayon. Crayon.
Crowns.
Actually?
Crowns.
It's wrong.
It's crowns.
Yes.
Cran.
Crayon.
Cran.
I pronounce it crayon, but it is crayon. I pronounce it incorrectly. That's what I'm saying.
Crayon.
Crayon.
Zach.
Crayon.
It's crayon.
It's crayon. C-R-A-N. Crayon. Got it? I want a new director.
Yeah, welcome to English. Yeah, it's a box of crayons.
No.
Give me the pink crayon. I want a color.
Ridiculous.
Hand me the box of crayons.
Are you saying short for here's a box of cranberries? Here you go. Like what?
It's crayon. I'm not drawing with a crown. I'm not a king. This also isn't a type of juice. It's not cranberry. It's a crayon.
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 Crayon. There's a Y in there, I promise.
Crayon. Crayon.
Crayon. You notice it's all of those young illiterate fuckers because all of them young millennial Gen Zers, those bitches are illiterate. You bitches and you young millennial, anything south of about 96, you bitches are fucking illiterate. Because I don't know how the fuck you get crayon. I damn sure don't know how they got crown. I have no idea how you get crown anywhere out of that. I don't know where crown even comes from. But if you're saying crayon instead of crayon, bitch, you're fucking illiterate. Like, can you mix in some phonemic awareness, please? Where y'all finding? That's Xavier generation with that. You notice all of the older people were saying crayon, and all of the No Child Left Behind bastards is over there talking about crayon. I don't know where y'all find these people. Those your people. You need to go talk to your people, Xavier. Don't look at us crazy. Those are your people, Xavier. Jesus God. Here's our next video breakdown.
How do you pronounce?
Oh no, I did that. Here's our next video breakdown.
Tired of boiling water every time you want to boil rice? Boil a few bottles at the beginning of the week and refrigerate for later. You're welcome.
I don't understand how this foolishness ends up in my goddamn algorithm. How does this foolishness? I gotta watch this insanity again. How does this insanity end up in my algorithm? God.
Tired of boiling water every time you want to boil rice? Boil a few bottles at the beginning of the week and refrigerate for later. You're welcome.
I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. I refuse. I completely refuse to do this with y'all. I'm not doing it. We're not doing this. We're not. We're not. Because I don't know how this foolishness is up in my goddamn algorithm. I don't know. I don't know what is happening and how this shit ends up in my algorithm. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, Lord. Here's our next video breakdown. I have so many questions. What the fuck were you taking or drinking that you that drunk? I don't think ever in life you should ever be that drunk, high, or whatever. That's my first question. 2, who is this person that hates you so much that they literally peed in the same toilet that you were over there hunched over? 3, where the fuck is the toilet lid? The toilet seat lid and the toilet seat. There's no toilet seat or lid there. I don't give a shit how drunk I am. I don't care what amount of alcohol, drugs, or whatever else. I'm sobering up at that moment. I'm sobering up at that moment. Because just as vulnerable as I am, you, sir, have your dick whipped out peeing, so you're vulnerable too. So my first punch is right in the gonads. Right in your fucking balls is my very first punch. That's the first punch I'm throwing. Right in your nutsack. You done earned this one. You done earned the sterilization that you're about to get from me. Because you will be sterile when I get through. Just disgusting. Here's our next video breakdown.
No, man. That's your tip. Thanks. No. We're good. We're good. Thanks. Hey. No. No. Stop that. No.
I mean, he was a little cute. I would have let him flash me a little something, you know. Look, let me see what you got going on for this good money. Since you willing to show it, I'm just saying. You can go behind the counter. We can go in the back room or somewhere, storage closet or something. Just saying. Now listen. For this next video breakdown, this is our last video breakdown coming up. I'm warning you now. You're gonna want to fight. You are going to want to fight as much as I did on this last video breakdown. Here's our last video breakdown.
Oh, this is the match, the bottles joint. Okay.
Cero acierto.
Okay, none of them match.
Bien. Sí, porque estoy haciendo un descartamiento.
Oh, they speak in Spanish? Okay.
Un acierto.
Okay, you got the blue. Whoa, why she keep switching it? Why she keep switching it?
Ahí. Cero acierto.
Well, he said 0. Obviously, the dude had it right.
Un acierto.
Exactly, the blue is right. Stop switching the fucking blue. What is she doing?
Escucha, un acierto. Un acierto.
Okay, leave the red. Leave the red. He had the red the first time.
Aquí es el rojo.
Exactly, he knows what he's doing.
Eso si tú quieres mueve, pero el coche naranja son.
He know what he's doing. It's the red. The red is good. Rojo, that's red, right?
Uno. Esto no me lo muevas. No, no me lo.
That's 3. You good.
Este y el rojo. El naranja y el rojo.
What are you doing?
Cero acierto.
0's bad. What? Did she not understand the rules? You just fucked everything up.
El jurado, pero tú dale, tú dale. No le pongas cuidado. Tú solo escúchame a mí. Esto no lo muevas.
What's wrong with her?
Desde un principio yo sé que.
There you go.
Un acierto.
It's a red. Exactly.
Un acierto. Es este el acierto.
Stop moving the fucking red. What is she doing?
Ahorita que dice cero, hombre. Cero acierto. No sabe, no sabe. Pero tú juegas.
Is she retarded? What the fuck?
Vengo yo. Sí, pero es para que no me muevas esto.
Fam, you gotta take control. Stop letting her fucking choose the shit, bro.
Pero ya ves que yo quiero
Move it. Nah, you gotta stiff arm her shit. You had it right the other time. No, the green on the end. Exactly. Exactly, you good. Stop letting her fucking touch it. Stop letting her touch it.
Así déjame. Un acierto. El coche de naranja, yo siempre lo digo. Te vas a caer tú solito. Te vas a caer tú solito. No estás jugando.
Exactly, yo, you got it. You got it. You got it. Put the shit down. Please stop listening to her. Please stop listening to her. You got it. Bro, put the fucking shit down. Put the shit down, bro. Oh my God. Yo, if y'all married, get a divorce. Please. Exactly, you good. You good, son. Kick that bitch out your life, bro. Oh my God.
This is the first time in my life that I've been provoked to hit a woman.
I wanted to fight her. I promise you I wanted to fight her. I wanted to fight this woman. I really wanted to fight her. I really wanted to fight her. Like, I wanted to fight her. And I don't fight people, but I would have fought her. I don't fight people, but I would have fought that woman that day. She would have got these hands. We would have got a divorce. Nah, we can't be together no more. No, I'm not. We can't be together. Sorry. What else stupid decisions she's probably making all through life? Poor man. Whole marriage, he dealing with her and her foolishness. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Not is she my manager at work. Child. Lord. Those are our video breakdowns of the day. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed. And now it's time for palate cleansers. On the way out, we've had a phenomenal show today. We done got it in today. We've had a great time. Have y'all enjoyed today? We've had a phenomenal, silly Saturday today. Cha. Let's see what our palate cleansers have to offer us today. Oh, we starting here? Jesus. That's where we starting? God. Oh. Is that supposed to go up the crack of your booty like that, ma'am? Oh. 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 Okay. I see y'all not playing today with these palate cleansers. God. Lord. Jesus. Oh. Oh. That's a lot of woman. Okay. Oh. Well then. I'm going too fast now. I'm going too fast. Y'all always say I'm going too fast. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of booty. That's a lot of man. That's a lot of man. That's a lot going on. Mm. Oh, it's a lot of dark chocolate. Mm. Well, ain't you pretty? Oh. Oh. As Jason would say, that hips to waist ratio. Dear Lord. I guess people still celebrating Cinco de Mayo, right? We still doing Cinco de Mayo? Mm. Mm. Oh. Mm. Mm. Got some nice palate cleansers today. Mm. More Cinco de Mayo? Okay. That's for my people looking for that. That's for Harold, because you know Harold gonna cuss me out if I don't have nobody with salt and pepper. Harold gonna cuss me out. You happy, Harold? That's for all of y'all who like the Q's. I mean, you ruined it with these Q brands. It would have been so nice had you not had these Q brands. God. Mm. Oh. See, you ain't missing no leg days. Ew. Mm. You can have that one, Harold. You can have that one, Harold. Oh. Mm. Ah. Now you can't have that one, Harold. Don't be looking too hard at this one, Harold. I'll fuck you up, Harold. That one right there, I'll fuck you up about, Harold. Don't play around, Harold. Don't get fucked up about this one right here, Harold. Because I would hate to have to fuck you up. But hate to have to fuck you up about this one. Because we will be windmilling. Mm. Hey, man. Listen, y'all, that was the show for today. I hope y'all thoroughly enjoyed today. If you didn't, I enjoyed you. I mean, I thought we had another epic show today. Whatever, whatever, whatever. We could do this. We could do this, Harold. We can. We could do this. You already know, Harold. I'm about this life. So you're going to have to fight me for that one. Anyway, did y'all enjoy yourselves today? I enjoyed listening. If you enjoy yourself, I enjoyed you. I thought we had another epic, awesome, phenomenal show today. And if you had a good time, donate to the platform here. You know, Cash App is always there for you to donate. Thank you to those people who have already donated to the platform. You are you blessing the platform helps keep this party going, and make sure that we got another week that we can make it through. All right, we can make it through another week, and have an even better show next week. All right. Like I said, I probably will do. I'm gonna try to do a quick live tomorrow. I sometimes try not to do a Mother's Day quick live because I know people are hanging out with their families and are getting celebrated by their families for Mother's Day. So I'll play it by ear. If I don't get a chance to go live tomorrow, please enjoy your family and loved ones. To all of the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. I love you all. Thank you, mothers out there, for bringing all of us into this world, for enduring us and putting up with us and all of our fuck shit, because we can be a handful. So thank you all for doing what only mothers could do. For those of you all who may have lost your mother or lost the mother of your children, just think about the good times and things like that, and celebrate them in the fullness of their lives, and so forth. But don't get downtrodden. And if I can, I'll try to. I might go live tomorrow at. What I might do tomorrow is have a let y'all see what my algorithm gives me. I might just pull up my Instagram so y'all can see the foolishness that comes up in my algorithm. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Thank you, The Informed, for your contribution to the platform. Thank you, sir. I'm about to get out of here. I'm actually, I'm going over dude's house, and I told him, I want to put some stuff on the grill. So we're going to put some stuff on the grill this afternoon and grill it up, grill it up, grill it up. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time. I don't know, y'all, when we're going to do Chasing Atlanta, because I know really B is still on vacation. I don't know what the situation is with Abby and whether or not it's going to be me and her. I think it's my week to do it. I think it is my week to do it, so I probably need to watch that and take notes. But yeah. That's all I got for y'all. Have your notifications on, and you'll know when I'm live. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. I love y'all. See you next time.